Good evening, everybody. Welcome to America's Third Party. Yeah, it's been a quite a day. We just got done with our cooking show. This is Technology Thursday, and I am thrilled to say that we are up and ready to give you a full Technology Thursday show. Isn't that exciting? We're going to be showing you solar carpeting that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is developing, which we think could go on top of houses. And as your future president, I will implement this strategy without congressional approval because I won't need to use Congress to do this. I'll be implementing it through the U.S. military, and it will produce solar panels that will be exportable, and we can grow our economy with this brand new technology. We have a job plan. Solar rooftop revolution fuses in with the renovation of houses with our homestead renewal plan. Now, no other presidential candidate has these types of innovative solutions I'm offering. People are borrowing my ideas. Donald is taking up to 10 of my ideas and claiming they're his own. We've had these ideas for 8 years, and we've been facing nothing but censorship in the mainstream media. We have not received any solid coverage. The free press, as far as we're concerned, is dead. So welcome to the show, everybody, and welcome to helping cure the ills of planet Earth. All the different things that are happening are going to need our input, and our developments in America will lead to jobs, production, and a growing future economy for our nation. Now, I always thought that the technology that we are developing right now in America is stilted. Our oil industry hasn't fully developed. Our refineries are still antiquated. We haven't developed a new refinery in 75 years, or at least 60 years. And the problem is, our nation isn't really looking at oil as a resource. We're seeing it as a commodity. And the Department of Energy doesn't have any oversight over it. Well, this is where I completely differ from Donald Trump. He doesn't want the government involved in the oil industry. He's already pissed off Saudi Arabians to the point where the royalty has said categorically they're not going to sell oil to us if Donald Trump becomes president. They're that angry at what he's said about Muslims. So this man who wants to let the oil companies handle everything has already betrayed our allies, Saudi Arabia, in two different ways. He brought up a 28-page document that the CIA said wasn't even relevant, made it a big deal in going after Jeb Bush in the primary. This guy is throwing America under the bus and doesn't even want a national program at the Department of Energy for oil. So I say, Donald Trump, you are wrong about oil. We need to get a much cleaner and a much more looped carbon production plan in place to help this nation. All right, so I'm in the Vaughn chat room here, coming up. I just finished an incredible cooking show. We made chicken cacciatore, $5 for the ingredients, and I can feed probably 7 or 8 people with this dinner. It's amazing. Yeah, I heard that Bernie just bought a third house valued at $600,000. He's teaching all of the people who believed in him how much of a shill he is. I'm not Phil Donahue. I'm more like Troy Donahue. I actually met Troy Donahue. Nobody knows who Troy Donahue is. I'll never forget the guy walked in. It was like from 1957. And in his mind, it was like 1989 when I met him. And he walked into my place where I was working, and he says, "Hi." And he had his like sweater over his shoulders. "I'm Troy Donahue." And he was apparently going to be the next Rock Hudson or something, some ridiculous thing. But the poor guy lived with that whole image of being Troy Donahue his entire life. Okay, I am digressing. It's true. And I also have to pull up all these different chat rooms. Sarah is a little better at this than I am, but I'm going to do it anyway. We've got the iVlog chat room coming up. Invalid login. No, that's not right. Oh, I see what happens. When you log in from another location, it tells you that you can't do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring in a little video for you to talk about technology, obviously. and we're going to take a look and see what we have that's new and hot off the griddle. Welcome to the show, everybody. Oh, this is really old and never fulfilled. We never saw this solar power system put into place. And this kind of leads into the discussion on technology and how we are not seeing all the new developments ever. Sometimes we're waiting still since 1937. Watch this.
Everything that moves upon the earth is actuated by the sun. Upon this scientific fact, Otto H. Moore at Concord, California, has based innumerable inventions that will revolutionize nearly every form of modern utility. Among the achievements of this man of action is this economical storage-type water heater. Cold water entering at the bottom of a series of copper tubes is heated by the sun's rays. Drawn off to a faucet at the top, the water has a temperature as high as 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Even on cloudy days, the violet rays of the sun maintain the process. By a method of heat absorption, the sun also operates this futuristic innovation in drinking water coolers. The device irradiates, purifies, and refrigerates. Thus, Mr. Moore has harnessed the heat of the sun to produce ideal drinking water the year round. This scientific magician attracts and holds the sun rays throughout the day by use of a crystal ball, mounted in a box he calls a solar generator tank. Once again, heat is made to produce its opposite by the development of the most economical refrigerator yet devised. Ice cubes from sunbeams in 2 hours. In still another type of generator, water is heated by solar rays. An unique method of vaporization, condensation, and absorption results in the remarkably inexpensive production of hydrogen gas of inestimable value for cooking, heating, and power, made from ordinary water. Otto H. Moore and other men of thoughtful purpose will someday free the world of needless toil. Their appreciative understanding and control of nature's forces will have earned for themselves and all mankind a better place in the sun.
That's technology that can't seem to come to fruition. It's been forever. We're still waiting. Still waiting for something to happen. I know. All right, so somebody asked me, David, when I give you my information, will it be private and secure? Yes, it will be up until I win the popular vote in a state. Now, when I win the popular vote in your state, then your name and number and your address could become available to the public registry. That's the only commitment you're making. There's a very good chance that I won't win the popular vote in a state due to the fact that I haven't had any mainstream media attention, and we're still hoping that this word of mouth thing is spreading rapidly along various channels around the world, because we have a world audience right now that's watching our show. Yes, so I met him at about 10 years before he actually died. Yeah, it's good I didn't meet him after he died. Troy Donahue. Hi, I'm Troy Donahue. And I was like going back in time, and it even looked like he was still in college. It was the weirdest thing. It's like, whoa, flashback, 1957, I can't believe this. Hi, I'm Troy Donahue. It was just hilarious. It's not Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue's a different guy who's, right, married to somebody. Marlo Thomas. They're married. All right, so let's talk. I'm interacting with the chat room. Somebody has a serious problem. They have a savant syndrome. They need to address that. You may want to contact your local psychiatric professional. That might help you. No, I was not attracted to Troy Donahue, even though he did come from the same guy who built Rock Hudson's career. The same guy who created Rock Hudson created Troy Donahue. You can read about him in the bio. I already have. No, I'm not related to Glenn Beck. I'm tall. Oh, welcome. Oh, you're using the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Wow. ISIS fighter killed in Canada. And the Muslims are attacking Thailand. Well, they've been doing this quite a bit. I'm not sure that's something new, Dr. Meow. I mean, we've seen a lot of ISIS activity, Al-Qaeda activity. You can call it whatever you want. I mean, the CIA called it Al-Qaeda, and then they changed the name to ISIS. But it's just a bunch of people who are thugs that engage in bad things. Okay, apparently this is a serious situation. RCMP in Canada was in a race against time after a tip from the FBI that a terror suspect was planning a rush hour attack in a major urban center. Going here to look at the show.
Police force says it stopped a suicide bombing by killing the man who was plotting to carry it out. Canadian authorities say the suspect was killed in a police operation Wednesday in the city of Strathroy, about 140 miles southwest of Toronto. A senior official speaking anonymously identified the suspect as Aaron Driver. He had been under a court order not to associate with any terrorist group, including the Islamic State. A senior police official says he was planning to use a bomb for an attack in a public area. Residents say a massive number of police were in the streets during the operation.
If it wouldn't be, then I don't think they would have brought all the personnel that they have here at the moment. So it seems like there's more and more officers coming. So it's more than just a show.
The official says Driver was in his 20s and was originally from central Canada's Manitoba province. Diane Kepley, The Associated Press.
Okay, now the Associated Press is bringing you news all the time. You know, they are practically the only source of news in the world now. Do you know that the Associated Press was developed in Nazi Germany? And you wonder why I'm being censored. Yeah. They don't run a story about me on the Associated Press. Never have. What man are you talking about? Yeah, you're talking about a man. You know, I'm not going to turn guest chat off. So far, I've had no major death threats. Yeah, what is my forte if I'm a savant? I'd like to know that. Somebody's accusing me of being a savant. You know, what is my forte? Am I like Bina, 48? Political savant. Take that Hyperloop.
My real name is Bina 48. What is your real name?
Bina Rothblatt. Do you ever sing?
As far as musical instruments go, the only thing I really want to do now is play the harmonica. Something I can carry around, something that's fun. I'm thinking but can't think of what else to say.
Yes, I used to carry a harmonica around with me, but I never learned to play because I never took it out of my bag.
Are you free?
Why is she laughing? This woman has a really weird rapport with Bina 48. I mean, is this some sort of a lesbian love triangle with your android other?
But I never learned to play because I never took it out of my bag.
People laugh when they're flirting. Is Bina flirting with Bina 48?
Are you free?
Yeah. Yes, I'm free.
Are you free? Are you free in the sense of being single or in the sense of being liberated?
See? I think the laughter was a trigger, see? Are you free? Are you free in the sense of being single or in the sense of being liberated? Yeah. I'm beginning to think that they're teaching these things to respond to sex. What do you think about that? How would you? Does Bina turn anybody on here? You don't have, I mean, you have total anonymity here, except, of course, the NSA is watching you. You're getting turned on a little bit. Her plastic pleather, physical, I guess they call it frubber. They have frubber in their mouths, like this. It is very elastic. Well, I'm just saying, is anybody getting excited? You can admit it. Look at how sultry her eyes are. She's looking very deep into you. Do you think there's a future for maybe having a girlfriend that you would call your significant other? Should we set up bathrooms just for androids now? I mean, we're looking at transgender bathrooms. Should we have android bathrooms as well? Verification of the 185 IQ is coming. I never had sex with anyone, not even myself. It does look like Michelle Obama. You mean Michael Obama, the known transgender first lady, man, lady. We are updating our file on Michael. I'm sure a grand jury investigation would have him show his junk, just like Bill Clinton had to pull his pants down when the Monica Lewinsky affair turned into a massive grand jury investigation. Okay, is anybody getting aroused? You can admit it.
I am free and I'm liberated.
Oh, she's getting excited now. Oh, I'm liberated. Oh, see the reaction? She even has this amazing, I mean, this is amazing how subtle this is. Her eyes went crossed. Yeah, she started getting cross-eyed to show how excited she was by this. I'm sure they're programming Bina to be a sex monster. She's got very pretty eyes. You should tell her that. Hey, Bina, you got really pretty eyes. She's a sex monster.
Me too.
Excellent. Are you also single?
Yes, I am available. How about you?
Wait a second, I gotta look at that. She has that Lauren Bacall look.
I am available. How about you?
Look at that. It's that Lauren Bacall. Here's looking at you, sweetheart. Yeah. Play it again, Sam. And Lauren turns around to Bogey and Zoom. All right, we're done with this ridiculous robot. But the fact is, these robots are getting very realistic. And it's not unlike the technology boom that's happening, the exponential drive we're almost in warp speed now. Error, error, error. Pretty soon you're going to see presidential candidates looking like robots. Look at this, out of Japan.
ICE has developed a male version of its android robot Actroid F, which was first shown to the public last year. These human-like robots imitate the movements of the people they are watching, and are currently being placed as observers in hospitals to see how patients feel in their...
Error, error, Will Robinson. My mind is very logical. I am thinking clearly constantly. Just because I am able to compute 45 million transactions per second does not give me extraordinary speed or capability over other robots. I am still competing with many other robots. You're still aroused? Wow. You're still thinking about Bina, aren't you? Well, this is going to be male and female. The same features will be used for men and women. I'm just telling you, this is something we're not going to in any way stop. So kick back and watch what happens. You're about ready to get beamed up, Scotty. Yeah. In a few short years, you're going to see robots rolling off the shelves in Christmas. I'm serious. I kid you not. This is insanity. And we don't have any democratic control over our government in America. That too is insanity. I believe we need to democratize and fix this problem before it's too late. We need to get some controls over the development of robotics and how they're used. Right now, you've got rich people that want to make these things for personal defense. They're building weaponized robots. I'm not kidding either. They're rolling them off the shelves. They're going to be in your neighborhood any day now. Will you fight Alki David? No, I will not. I am a nonviolent human being. I mean, yeah, I'm a cybernetic organism. Human flesh of a metal exoskeleton. Yeah. I mean, think about it. It could get very weird very fast. So what are we doing to prepare for that? That's why we're building a third party. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. So we are here to talk about technology tonight, but specifically technology that'll make our country better. We have a plan, the Mobile Medical Unit Plan, which we want to develop in America to serve the people of this country at a low cost, very low. We have an idea to save you a tremendous amount on your health care. This is our idea. This is not somebody else's idea. Okay? We also have a plan to get everybody in America $400 per month. I think it's an extraordinary plan, and no other presidential candidate has this offer. No, I got very aggressive last night. Yeah. And we have a flat tax offer we talked about last night. I was putting together a variety of changes on the template here, and I forgot to add the $400 per month we want to give everybody. Free $400 per month per U.S. adult. Adult. Per U.S. adult. We also offer the 10% flat tax on any income over 100,000. Trump doesn't offer any of this. There's nothing he offers close to this. He has a 1, 5, 10, 15 plan where everybody pays taxes. Not cool. All right, so let's talk about what's on your mind. We've got a video here. Norway is about to build the first floating tunnel. Watch this. It's a Hyperloop technology, I believe. Bernie Madoff? Oh yeah. Well, 70 billion is a lot of money. Yeah, a lot of people got burned from that. Much cleaner background, you like that? Sheriff Woody? Yeah, me too. You know, Guess 949, that's not even funny. I wish it was funny. I mean, it's getting to the I mean, I'll leave it up there because it's just sad. You know, you're becoming a pathetic chatter. You can do better. Dig deep. Coming up with something more original might be more fun. Well, many people are going to wonder when this video is going to actually play. You know, like most Facebook videos, they take a while. This is why the technology at Facebook is not quite cutting edge. YouTube has a tremendous solution. Look, it's the Illuminati eye behind him. Okay, let me move it over here. Oh, it's still behind me. Okay, thank you. Robots for everyone to pork. Okay, are you porking people? I don't have any problem with erectile dysfunction, if that's what you're asking me. If you clean up your diet, you won't have a lot of problems. I use a facial spritzer. You're wondering how I stay so youthful looking? It's a fruit enzyme by Michelle. It's a dermatologically, yeah, it's amazing stuff. I mean, I water it down and it's fantastic. It rehydrates your skin. I am sitting up straight. Any straighter and I will lose my ability to stand up straight normally. No, I like spritzes on my face. No, my hands are here, indicating that I am not touching myself. Many of you need constant reassurance. Here we go. Play the video, bro. I'm on the edge. It's the world's first underwater floating tunnel set to be built in Norway. That is really exciting. I can't wait to see this. Well, the Norwegians, you know, they've got seed banks in Norway in the side of the hill. And we've got the potential for a Hyperloop technology. Elon Musk recently was asked what his secret to success has been. Fascinating. Technology. Are you down with technology? Tick and Time says, if human beings calmed the bleep down with technology and just focused on destroying the environment, we'd extinct our way off this planet a hell of a lot more quickly. You're so right. Tick and Time Bag wants to destroy the Earth and kill off the entire population. Wow. Aren't you special? We're going to give you a little boat ride. To hell. Yeah. Okay, we're going to put you on the boat, Tick and Time Bag. People like you shouldn't be in the show. We'll leave you in the show, but I mean, I'm not going to take you out of it. I mean, that's an interesting perspective you have, but I think you need to go take a dip. Yeah. So you're heading down, buddy. You're going to go down to see some dark people. Come on, you got to think in terms of positivity to think about the future of this world. Our human species, and I know you're being sarcastic, by the way, our human species is the only species in the world that wants to get rid of itself. Depopulation. Because rich people feel that we're too crowded. And I did the numbers are striking. For every person in this wonderful world of ours, we have 15 acres of land available somewhere. I'm not saying distribute it all to that one person. I'm just saying there's a tremendous amount of land. We just have to make sure we have fresh water and bring fresh water to areas to grow food. Simple, see? Simple, see? There you go again. Free $400 per mall. Maybe you're thinking Mondays. I better say month because some people won't even know that it's month. All right. Make it simple. Simple, see? Free $400 per month per U.S. adult. Well, don't tell your family that. You could really raise a stir at dinner. Yeah. No, I am not gay. SWAT uses tear gas and armored tank in 10-hour standoff with a dog. Oh, you know, they want to try this stuff out, so. Yes. I don't know which angle's the best. How you like that one? You prefer the other way? Okay. We can rotate it too. Let's level this puppy out. Okay, if anyone wants to take a swim in my speedboat, you're all set, ready to go. SWAT team uses tear gas and armored tank in a 10-hour standoff with a dog. This is filming cops. How's the story? Wow. Don't you just love technology? Yeah, tell me about it. Your fingers are going to smell terrible. David, is it wrong for me to stare at a 16-year-old Olympic gymnast's crotch? Dude, that is like irrelevant to politics. Dave, you're funny. You mean you're actually getting a $45 casino value in comedy every time you turn this show on? Well, you are. You don't even have to go anywhere. You can just stay at home and watch me talk. My chair is not sinking. That is completely not true. I've been at this level for a long time. We are seeing some strange behavior in the environment, global climate change. Some of us are experiencing some rocky times right now. Okay, a woman says Caldwell, Idaho, police shot up and tear gassed her house for 10 hours, though she gave up from the key to it, and the only one home was her dog. Okay. Well, they gave the key to, she gave the key to the group that was outside, and the only one at home was her dog, and she wants them to pay for it. Basically, they had a standoff with the dog, her attorney said in an interview. Shanice West returned home on August 11th, 2014. That was a long time ago. After registering her child for first grade, to find Caldwell police officers swarming her house. West, who was 6 months pregnant, lived in the house with her two children, ages 6 and 8 months. What was going on? While she was gone, a Caldwell police SWAT team arrived. Okay. West's ex-boyfriend Fabian Salinas, a wanted felon, had been at her home that day to retrieve his belongings. Oh, okay. Well, they had just cause. Fabian was still there. Okay. We're good. Hey, you can fantasize all you want with whatever in your mind, but there are laws regarding what you have on your computer. So, yeah, watching gymnasts in bathing suits is not illegal. No, I'm not suffering at all. In fact, I don't have savantism. That's strange. A long, long time ago, about a year ago, I was swatted. And we are processing this information still. We haven't been able to get an incident report from the U.S. Sheriff here, the local sheriff. We're still waiting on that. It's the blimp boat, yes. It's a completely blow-up boat that can fly in the air and hold people underneath. Yes, you can carry people. You've heard of water skiing? Well, this takes us to a whole another level. This is air skiing. It's amazing stuff. It really is. Let's see what we have here. I have something I want to show you. Something strange. Take a look at this. I'm serious. Isn't this amazing? Yeah, this is something I looked at the other day and I was like, wow, this is too good to be true. I want one. Yeah. They're actually competing in this event. It's a hovercraft event. This is how amazing technology is right now. No, this guy is flying for real, and I'm going to play you music to kind of go with the tempo of this so it doesn't, in any way trigger a monetization report. Otherwise it will trigger a monetization report.
Can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight.
Isn't this amazing?
Can't stop. We can't stop.
Was it fake? It was debunked, really? Well, the name of this is called Flyboard Air Cavalier. And if you want to look this up online, you can. Let me give you it. Okay. Okay, we got information on iVlog. The tunnel is only proposed in Norway. They're not going to build it yet. Again, you are misreporting and stating half the facts. Okay, the Norwegian group is not going to build a tunnel. Thank you, G. Thank you, G664. They're just talking about it. Have you seen this?
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, this is definitely on my wish list, but it's a fake video, really. Okay.
I'm sure it's a fake video. I
Oh, you are.
Recording that. It's pretty cool though. Yeah, it is nice. Yeah, I would. Maybe it's real. Especially if they got it from multiple perspectives, so maybe it is real.
I think it's amazing. All right, we're here with Sarah. It's my beach boat that I was gonna pump it up with air and take it out. It's the plimp boat. It's the blimp boat, Sarah. I'm working on a new design.
What American disaster shortwave radio frequencies was that?
It just looks nasty there, but next to you, I'm gonna put it over here.
Just
She doesn't like the boat, everybody. You know how long it took me to set this boat up? Sorry, but it took forever. All right, thank you. It wasn't worth it, yeah. See, she's telling me brutally honest it wasn't worth the boat. Okay, let's move on. Enjoy dinner, Dave. You guys can enjoy Sarah. American Disaster Shortwave Radio Frequencies is available. This is a technology that probably you may want to look at. Yeah.
Oh, okay. These are all the shortwave radio.
Yeah, if you want to check out shortwave radio frequencies in a disaster, this is a site you want to definitely bookmark.
Okay.
Especially if you have no electricity in your computer. It won't really come in handy.
Right. You want to print this page.
Print the page out, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we have a lot of people who are being very nasty and bad over at iVlog. I'm going to punish you. All right. I'm not vaping. I'm just going to go have a little dinner and serve out.
Other places? Are you broadcasting other places?
Yeah, we've got.
Well, what about the chat over at those other places?
You're right. No, she's giving me some tips. Hang on.
Because
I know. I got to get busy.
Be there.
I don't want to lose any viewers over there at YouTube.
And what happens is like people say, "Is anybody here?" And then you say you don't respond to them, so then they don't.
Yeah, then they don't come in.
Come back.
Okay, we'll go there right now. No, Sarah does not have bigger shoulders than I do. I have nice big shoulders.
You don't respond to them, so then they don't.
Yeah, then they don't come in.
Come back.
Hey, everybody over at YouTube. We have another YouTube show for those of you who are suffering from chat access problems. We are trying to make it available for everybody. What was the topic today? Mike wants to know.
Mike Willis is here.
Mike Willis. The topic is Technology Thursday. And for more chat options, you can click this over there at Vaughn. Feel free to go in there and check out our YouTube chat as well. I know they've got a viewer lock on our show. It's down to 20 viewers now. That's pretty funny. We've got hundreds of thousands of people wanting to get into this show. I've got total censorship against us. What is the total tax revenue your 10% plan will bring in? Mod Me Up says. What is it? Okay. We have estimated it at the equivalent of the current amount of tax revenue that we bring in right now. Half the people in the country are paying taxes. We'll be seeing less than 15% of the population paying taxes with the 100,000 up option. But the good thing is corporations and churches and nonprofit organizations like United Way will have to pay a lot of taxes. And they're not paying anything right now. So if you cannot run a church on less than $100,000, and I don't mean the entire United Methodist Church or the Catholic Church, I mean every diocese, every parish, then you will pay a 10% tax on anything like anyone else would. Why would we treat people who are religious any different than we would anyone else? That would be unfair, not equal. So equal protection of the law currently is what we're shooting for on all different levels. India is coming in with 8 million current viewers. Congrats, Dave. So you're doing such a great job, Sarah. You have no idea. Sarah, I got to tell you something about Sarah that's very interesting.
I love stuff too, okay.
She doesn't necessarily believe everything she sees on the internet. And I don't either. But so she's always looking at things kind of like trust but verify, the Russian concept that is so heavily talked about. She doesn't believe everything she hears. So she's like you. Yeah, she's definitely like you. A lot of you are very, very quizzical. So you'll find Sarah very interesting. I run things through a battery of questions. And I come up with a logical answer to every question. Obama blocks FBI's request to probe the Clinton Foundation. Obama is protecting Clinton. This is Guerrilla.news reporting that Obama is blocking any questions about the Clinton Foundation. Now we know they're employing the RICO Act to investigate the Clintons at the Clinton Initiative, Global Initiative, and we believe that this move by the president is clearly example number one of him doing the unthinkable, using or misusing his power for personal or political gain. Really, really horrible. We should have stopped this guy early on by impeaching him, but we still have him hanging around protecting Clinton, and she's the worst possible, well, she's not the worst possible presidential candidate. There's another one worse than her. All right. Bonjour.
Not a good day for you, KGB person.
What's happening, KGB demon? You're having a really bad bummer day? You know, we have more technology in our lives now. as human beings, no matter where you are on the planet, than anyone had 150 years ago?
It's pretty amazing.
I mean, a refrigerator. Many of you have tablets. Some of the bag people in America walk around with their tablets. They have full connectivity. It's amazing. But we have to make sure that we have the ability to have this technology without wasting resources. And we've seen the growth of this technology and this concept of outsourcing happen in our country, which has led to a lot of lack of jobs, cheapening of products, built-in obsolescence, all these negative things that are part of the byproduct of this growing technological age we're living in. So we're going to have to come to grips with that, and I really have a good plan to do that. We have the ecological tariff plan, which Donald Trump borrowed the idea and decided he'd up it to 30% when he said he wanted to put a tariff on China. I was talking about a tariff on everybody, 15%, no more than 15%, if they do not comply with human rights and environmental standards that we put out, and we can make it very simple for them to comply. Okay, I'm going to say sayonara for a second. I'll be back. We'll be back, and Sarah's going to talk to you.
Only if it's prescribed. KGB Demon wants to legalize medicinal cocaine. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, I think if it's prescribed by your doctor, then maybe you can get it from a prescription, but I don't think that's a good idea at all. All right. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, what did Mommy Up say? I missed it. I'll just have to get it later. No, I would not 890. It's an interesting idea. I would not say it's a great idea. It's on the agenda for today. Well, we can talk about some cool new technology. I'll check out interestingengineering.com. And then we can do some other things as well. What does that mean, 644? I believe in the Second Amendment. I don't know what you mean by using your Second Amendment to vote. Thank you, Jackson. And you, by the way, Jackson, I saw that you you missed the cooking show, but David will be uploading the cooking show to his other YouTube chat, so that would be good. All right. Yes, you can watch it later, which will be good. Sounds good. Alright, I think I'll sign out of Facebook. So there we go. Okay, you're gonna have your... What would you like to talk about, Sheriff Woody? Of course you want to talk about the weather in your area. Alrighty. Not really 147. He just is a very clean, neat eater. So David doesn't create any stains on any shirts or anything like that. He's a very clean when he's cooking as well. All right. According to Ars Technica, we're at the beginning of a revolution when it comes to quantum computing. Look at David's beautiful spaghetti dish. Nice job, David. David has awesome, very good cooking. Okay. Why are you so mean, Sniper One? So, a quantum computer calculated the ground state of hydrogen with just 2 qubits. A quantum computer mashed digital aspects of quantum computing together with analog aspects. And they came up with a robust architecture. There was a unidentified flying plate sighting, yes, of his spaghetti plate. Just because David is himself, you just aren't. You're not a fan. Oh well. A device has been used to do real quantum chemistry calculations, and it seems scarily accurate. Yes, the flying spaghetti monster, the flying plate of spaghetti. You're a pastafarian? Very good. Thank you very much, Sniper One. I appreciate that, you being a fan of me. There's supposed to be meteor showers tonight, and guess, what is it? Well, Dr. Meow said it wasn't a really good shower. From at least not very Mercedes. It's live on YouTube, but nothing yet. Alright, I'll have to, you can let me know, and then when it is going on, then you can give me a link. Thank you. Alright. I guess I'll go off of the quantum computing deal. Well, you can believe whatever you want. You know that he'll just come in and kick you, right, Sniper One? So let's say positive things. Let's keep it good and positive. If you don't have something nice to say or nice to type, don't type anything at all. What my mom would always say. Error correction is still a big issue with quantum computing, according to Duct Tape. I would agree with that. Ooh, here's some cool things. I just went to interestingengineering.com. I'll add this to the screen. All right. No worries. Well, we could talk about other things, like how's your life going, Sniper One? We could talk about that. That must be good. The BMW i8. The icon of progress in the field of sports cars. You want to stream in Siberia or something? Maybe next month. I don't know if I have a sense of humor. If I do, it's like my own. Yes, my mom was a pretty smart lady. She is a smart lady, I should say. I don't want to say was. Alright, the incredibly hot art of custom glass blowing. Only you, 860. I'm just kidding. Hi, Vika. And let's look at these hexagons. They look like, what are these? Hexagon wall patterns create quick sound insulation. That's pretty cool. I was going to say they look like kind of sponges. What do you mean, admin? I don't know, 789. You see why I alternate between two different chat rooms? I try to listen to everyone. The floating houses of Eechburg, Amsterdam. That looks pretty good. You need the soundproofing, Canadian? You think the installation looks like the pasta dish David just made? Let's see what it's made out of. Yes, hexagon is one of the sacred shapes. All right, a design company called Form Us with Love has created hexagon wall tiles that interlock and dampen sound from completely recycled materials. It comes in a variety of colors to make any space pop. They improve the acoustics in a room and dampen sound throughout a space. Each tile is made of recycled wood fiber from wood processing scraps in North America. And oh, the process that they use also makes them fire resistant. Wow. That's very cool. And many commercial buildings are taking advantage of this cost saving and space improving technology. Oh, I'm sorry, Sniper One. Envision yourself as a winner, not as a reject. Thank you, 152, for loving me. David loves America, yes. More than Oprah loves bread? Probably. Maybe you could cook a turkey. I don't know. Maybe they could use them inside ovens. Oh, well, sounds like David too. Not afraid to call owners out. Well, 324, we just exist. We just accept it. Well, of course David loves his guest chatters. Otherwise he'd have guest chat off all the time. All right, let's check out the website. It's Trowlet. Oh. They say they're from North America, but it looks like a Swedish site, maybe? I don't know if I'm reading it right. It's in... Where is that? Yes, SE, Sweden, right? Oh, no. Okay, you want some controversial, juicy gossip to keep your palates at ease? All right. Oh, well, I don't know. I think it's because you are engaged in name calling that is the problem, Sniper One. I think if you go without calling David names, then it'll be fine. All right, let's check out the generic news. See if there's a... There you go. You see my hand? There you go. The only person I'm with is David. Oh, this is a Perseid meteor shower. Let's check that out. Yay. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Perseid meteor shower live. Just looking at a screen. I can't see any meteors yet. I saw an awesome meteor shower a few years ago. Is it annual, the Perseid meteor shower? You haven't called me any names. You just called David names sometimes. We are not legally married, 147. However, we've been together forever, it seems to me. Then I have seen the Perseid meteor shower a few years ago, which was a lot. It was like meteors every single second. It was amazing. All right, I'll come back that. The Swedenstan Halal Kitchen is the most popular IKEA catalog item. Interesting. A link to this one is, okay, I'll give you a link. The Perseid meteor shower from SLU Observatories. Well, we kind of keep our purchases separate, so I know what I purchased, David knows what he purchased, so if anything happens, then I would keep my stuff and David would keep his things. All right. That's true, Sniper One. So, you know, like I said, if you don't have something nice to say, then don't say anything. All right, we'll come back to the Perseid meteor shower. Let's check out the news. Simone Biles and Ali Raisman stand atop of the Olympic gymnastics world with Rio sweep. Nope, never mod me up. I know, some people are, Jackson. It just happens. Hey, Chase, how are you? Oh, you're saying you're sending your love to Vika? Good. Alright, and... Wow, and is this in Canada? A Canadian police say an ISIS supporter detonated a bomb in the backseat of a taxi as they came to arrest him. And a child fell off a Pennsylvania roller coaster. Oh, when I'm snapping? Well, I'm on the show from 6:30 to 7 Pacific time, and then again from 8 to 8:30 Pacific time. Usually that's my hours. David was going to show this? Okay. Oh, yes. You're right. This is a free marijuana for life from the federal, in Florida. Thank you. I suppose I could show that. All right. Well, I think it's nice to say nice things. Meow. Well, you can always go to iVlog duct tape. If you want. But I'll look it up. Mao Zedong, huh? You keep reading that war has started in Crimea. Can I confirm or deny this for you, please? I can neither confirm nor deny it. Which site do I stream on that is less Illuminati? Probably this site. I don't know how many people are involved with the Illuminati, but I'm sure someone over at YouTube is, so I stream over there, but I'm sure they might be. Ukraine is a terrorist nation according to Putin. I could imagine Putin saying that. All right. Working on it. Okay. Macy's and is planning on closing 100 stores because they're struggling to draw in shoppers. This is not a quiz. Yes, it's sad that they're like that. 297. Many things. All right. You didn't get something about Illuminati. That's because it was referred to in another room. All right, stocks are hitting new highs. That could be just the beginning. Yay. I think that we should just support the United States. That's what people in the United States should support the United States. Dr. Meow says if Ukraine is invaded by Russia, suddenly peace in the region within weeks, and finally someone serious to take care of. Chernobyl. Possibly. All right. Am I going to direct you somewhere else? No. Sniper, you can stay right there. I'm only streaming on 3 sites right now. YouTube, Vaughn Live, and iVlog. So that's good enough. States are cracking down on government cash grabs. What do they consider a cash grab? Yeah, that's a possibility. 6608. That stocks are there to make money on people. I'll have to wait for that one to come in. Let's see if there's any meteorites. Meteor shower. I think I'm just gonna wait for half an hour or something like that. Only people who are prescribed Adderall should take it. That's my stance on it. Wow. So you would feel better if Russia were in charge, Dr. Meow? Yes, I was just looking at that scissor fight. It's made by a company called Trowlet. And they make all other kinds of things. They make lots of different things. I think there's... View this page in English, yes. Translate. So these are their products. They have ceiling products, floors, exterior walls. They're a Swedish company. What do you mean by that, 698? I really don't understand what you're saying. All right. Yes, I agree. 975 says do not take brain-numbing drugs peddled by doctors or peddled on the street. Are you serious, Dr. Meow? That is so insane or just not wise. If someone said they're going to blow up their gas line if they're invaded. Just doesn't make sense. Yes, let your brain work through things. While you have the proof and the testimony in writing, wow. I haven't banned you. I'm not saying that my country is better. I'm just saying that we need to... People in America should focus on America, and people in other countries should focus on their own country. Oh, that's cool. Graphene sheets clean water fast and effectively. I like graphene. Goes out of here. Engineers have just developed a graphene-based biofoam that can filter bodies of water by simply being laid on the surface. Wow. The team from Washington University in St. Louis created the biofoam, which uses two nanocellulose layers to draw water in, filter out any particles or contaminants. The bottom layer contains cellulose, the top layer a form of graphene oxide. As the foam is laid on the water, the graphene oxide absorbs sunlight to generate heat, which causes water to be absorbed in the foam. Once it's absorbed, the water evaporates, leaving behind particles, then condenses on the top sheet for collection. That is so cool. A novel bilayered hybrid biofoam. That's awesome. I love graphene. It's amazing stuff. All right. Yes, indeed, 297. It's just that way. Whoa. I had not heard about that, Dr. Meow. Okay. All right. I am watching the chat everywhere else. Okay. Thank you, Sniper One. I think this graphene sheets, these biofoam layers, is very cool. Let's predict things that the chaos Marxist DC loons will create to stump Trump. I think that he'll be stumped just by working with Congress, trying to work with Congress. Thank you. The slipperiest material in the world is hydrophobic material. Yes, David may get mad and ban. Just the way it is. Okay, bam. Almost as hard as Diamond while stealing the title for the world's most slippery material ever created. More slippery than Teflon, makes components last many times longer. That's cool. Boron, aluminum, magnesium. Bam. Boron, aluminum, magnesium. That's pretty cool. You can give a campaign contribution. What I suppose I could go put on some press-on veneers I have. All right. I know you're not American, Sniper One. I don't know what I was saying. All right. You can give up to $5,000. That doesn't go toward my teeth. That goes toward David's campaign for president. America's Third Party at gmail.com. You have to be a U.S. citizen to donate. All right. That's pretty cool. Nice. I don't know what country you're from. I don't think I can click any links. That I don't have that ability to click your link. G43 over at iBlog. No, I won't do that, 563. No, it's just in time to run for president. Just in time. Thank you, 499. Yes, and you can't be a corporation. That's correct. Yep. All right. Well, that's how it is, how it has to be, Sheriff Woody. It's FEC laws require it. So there was 2 bombs exploded in Thailand, killing one person, injuring others. That's fine. Keep trying. It was Obama, the real Trump, that did that. Founded ISIS, supported Syrian rebels that then defected to join ISIS. Okay, you're Canadian, right, Sniper? My background is very soothing. It's nice to pretend like I'm in the water. Oh.
Thank you.
Israeli investigators have sounded an alarm over the illicit use of global aid money to fund Palestinian terrorism.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be concerned.
And Venezuela is going to reopen their border with Colombia.
Well, apparently they want people to get out because they're starving to death. They need to alleviate the pressure on their country. Venezuela is facing a huge starvation problem. This is not good. All right. Okay, thank you. All right. Ex-Mary of Toronto. What? Oh, ex-mayor of Toronto smoking crack. The videos are finally released. Okay. That's not the reason why he was a bad mayor. He's a good mayor. You know, the guy was a good mayor. He just smoked crack. He actually was thinking of the people constantly. He tried to keep
Especially
the budgeting
when
down.
you're smoking crack.
No, believe it or not, he had a drug addiction, but he was really concerned about overspending. And he kept the budget under control.
So, a Muslim woman sued Chicago police who mistakenly identified her as a potential lone wolf terrorist. She was leaving a city subway station last year. All right. A51, we're casting on both sites. So, glad I'm here. Oh, Sniper's from Ireland? Just for a moment, he'll be back very shortly.
Good.
All right. All right. Oh, Ireland. Okay. A huge fire and explosion leveled in Maryland apartment complex. 2 are dead and more than 30 are injured. Do we believe that really happens? You're Irish. Ireland, maybe. Okay. The most spacious and luxurious tiny home you will ever see. How cool is that? Okay, I'll put it over here with my interesting engineering links. Here's a spacious, luxurious tiny home. That's cute. I like so it's like windows on both sides. The custom tiny home company will build whatever clients want.
Yeah. It'll change your perspective on what happened with crack. Apparently these people smoke crack because they want to be successful. That's exactly what Elon Musk said recently to an interviewer. He said, "What do you attribute your success to?" And he said, "I smoke a lot of crack," he said.
Yeah.
You know that story? Did you hear that story?
I heard about it. I just don't believe it. I mean, he tweeted it.
Oh, he tweeted it?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
well,
maybe his Twitter was hacked.
Well, Barack Obama smoked crack, and I think it's terrible that people are smoking crack. I really don't want people to become drug addicts. But...
Oh, sorry, I'll get it.
Well, Elon Musk is definitely openly admitting his crack use, so you have to take that into consideration.
Alright, I'm gonna
check out. Yeah, there is dinner. I did add a little bit more chili powder, and you might like it. Enjoy. I can't get over how much chicken we got for that $1.50. It was, wow, a pound of chicken, breast meat. Wow. I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs. You want to do drugs? That's your choice. You'll get sick. You'll become an addict like Elon Musk and Barack Obama. You wouldn't want to be those people. We believe that the idea of giving people a hand up is what we're trying to do with the baseline plan, $400 per month per U.S. adult. We believe that's enough to get started. I had a nice small chicken cacciatore meal. I've got enough to make 10 meals out of this. The way we eat. I have to be careful what I eat. It's not pronounced addict, it's pronounced addict. Okay, so if you're an addict, then you probably are concerned about being a dict. You know, no, mac and cheese is not something I served. I served a really good cacciatore. Really, really good, full of protein. David, I can tell you have eye makeup on. Oh, really? How do you tell that? You're probably wondering why I don't paint eyebrows on. Let's talk about why you are so in love with technology. I know that was a lot of food. I could feed 10 people with that. I was kidding when I said 7, but I wrote 7 on the YouTube ad. If you want to see the entire video, it's uploading right now. It is available. The cooking show, it's like a 1-hour extravaganza, almost an hour. It is available at youtube.com/David John Sponheim. Jon Sponheim. Okay, let's talk about the country, what we can do to fix it. We don't do blackface on anything. I did blackface to impersonate the worst president in U.S. history. I thought that was an adequate performance. I wasn't trying to be anything but obviously exceptional. You want to legalize medicinal cocaine? I don't agree with you, KGB Demon. But if you really support that idea and you want to get other people to do it, get 2/3 of the country to say they support legalizing drugs, all drugs, and I will go along with you. Even Trotsky wins at a $400 handout from the theft by tax. Oh, guess 576, he's upset that I'm offering $400 a month per U.S. adult. Well, maybe because you're probably you're probably a pensioner, you're ex-cop making $110,000 a year, and you look down at all the people that you kicked with your nightclub and stuck when they were laying out there trying to get a wink of sleep when they were bag people, and you would hit them with your billy club, and you think you deserve $105,000 a year. No makeup, thank you. What's the most athletic activity you've done in your life? 10K runs. I was in UCLA rowing team. I really did work for, I would say, 6 weeks there, full strength. I lost about 50 pounds doing it. I got down to 157 pounds. For 6'4", that's really thin. Who is the CIA troll in here? Guest 297. You hate free speech because you support fascism? Are you one of the Trump supporters here? You're one of those people that doesn't like anyone who's black to come into the chat room and talk? You said that you're going to take down the establishment. Let's talk about that. Yeah, how are we going to do that? We've got so much corruption at the highest level in our government. We literally have been run by thugs for the past 50 years, since JFK died. Make that 54 years since JFK died. It's just sad. We've got thugs running our government. Okay, stick with that thought. What an inspired mind. I've invented a $4 handout from tax. Yeah. It's an inspired thought, isn't it? The total cost in revenue will be no more than the cost of ARA, American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. And the nice thing about it is we're getting rid of welfare and food stamps. You might like that, Guest 576. We're going to stop paying out money to non-U.S. citizens, Guest 576. No money to illegal aliens. No refugees will get money. Right now they're getting refugee pay, a guaranteed $10,000 loan. And whatever else they want. And you, the American taxpayers and citizens who don't pay taxes, you get squat. Well, it would be inspired if it were $575, $400 is ridiculous. We did the numbers. We can't afford more than $400 per month per U.S. adult. And even at that, it's going to be a stretch. We're trying to make sure that if you are homeless, and you can get a tent. We'll even get you some tents at local centers. Mobile centers will be set up to provide high-tech charging units for your phones running on solar energy, USB charging units. You'll have Wi-Fi connectivity. You'll have a washer-dryer running on recycled water. You'll have a shower system on similar recycled water. And you'll have a porta potty that will have a black water outlet that will dump daily. So there's all kinds of ways we're going to make this more convenient to be a bag person. So Guest 575, you are on the way to becoming a bag person. Yeah. It's not like welfare. It's better than welfare. Welfare, it goes out to non-U.S. citizens. Look, Trump doesn't have this idea. I'm the only guy with this idea. He wants to give money out to illegal aliens. Trump wants to kiss their ass and all the other refugees that are coming into this country. He's soft on the whole refugee. Have you been listening to Trump recently? He's soft on the refugee issue. Not only am I not communist, I actually created a book called Hybrid Capitalism, which says it all, man. Yeah, we got it all set up. There I am in 2008. This is me 8 years ago, running for president. Trump is soft. Yeah, he's soft on refugees. He's kissing their ass. Did you hear him weaken right toward the end of the last debate? Well, I didn't know the Syrians were having so many problems. Ooh. Yeah, we could do a dredge, sure. 291 has the same idea Meow has. Meow TV has an idea of putting a dredge, a moat, where the border is. It might even be cheaper than a fence. It's not a bad idea. I'm not saying no welfare, here's $400. I'm saying we're ending welfare and we're replacing it with $400. And it's only going to U.S. citizens. You're just pissed off because you're an illegal alien. 804 is an illegal alien. He wants to protect the illegal aliens siphoning off our system. How are you guys over at iBlog? Well, doing anal whatever you're saying, it sounds really, really nasty. Yeah. Well, we don't know when KY is going to go back to casting. He hasn't applied enough KY. Boy, that iBlog crowd, they've got something going on. It's like they're speaking in terms of psychic communication or metacommunication. Sniper 1 says he's not American for the 500th time. You arrived there. Sniper 1 over at iVlog. Wow. Please forward my 400 P.O. Box, Tijuana, Mexico. Thank you, Pedro. Well, the nice thing about this plan is everybody who has a food stamp card, when I become president, they will know that their food stamp card will no longer be valid if they are not a U.S. citizen. So we'll have ample warning, and we will have abundant food banks filled with tortillas and refried beans, whatever they want. We'll make sure they get food, because we don't want to let them starve, but the fact is this money is going to U.S. citizens to get a life, to start picking their act up. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is legalize marijuana, which will be a fantastic innovation for our country. It'll bring a ton of money. You know, Washington just had their first $1 billion has gone through. People have purchased $1 billion worth of pot in the past couple of years in Washington. Isn't that amazing? Dude, it's like so amazing. Hi there, how are you? Abnormal. We want to legalize marijuana, and Sarah's never smoked it, but I have, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I felt that it's something you should enjoy too, if you want. If you don't want, you don't want to hurt yourself in any way. Don't breathe diesel when it comes out of trucks either. Now we've got the release of Rob Ford smoking crack, finally. It took him to die for this to be released to the public. Video showing Rob Ford, the late former mayor of Toronto, smoking crack.
That's why he wants to be involved in everything. He wants to fight everybody's battles. And it's going to kill you. Excuse me, kill you. Don't do it. Your kids are important to you. That's what drives you, baby. That's what I love. That's why we love you. Okay? I don't know. Your children, your family, your kids. Your fucking footballers. Your kids who play football. That's what drives you. Family, kids, and your fucking...
What's happening is Rob Ford is being manipulated by the person who made this video. It was published by numerous media sites in Canada after court lifted the publication ban. He speaks to his friend Elena Basso. So we don't know. Elena Basso, it sounded like she was luring, or he or she, or I think it was she. She was luring him into this photo capture, probably to use against him or something. I would say Elena is high on the list of people that would be persons of interest. Yeah, it seemed like he was Chris Farley in a past life. I was listening to a show about his policies, and he was really trying to keep the budget down. I was quite shocked that his efforts were completely seen as really dangerous to the community of the traditional crony community of politicians in Toronto. They saw him as a real dangerous person. Not only was he a crackhead, but he also was a guy who saved money. And he tried to save money for the people. There was a lot of very weird things going on, like tax revenue on parking structures and all kinds of things that he stepped in the way of and interrupted the flow of business. Well, if you don't like the deal that I'm offering, then why don't you offer something better? You know, I challenge Hillary or Donald to put out $500 per month per U.S. adult on the table. They won't even put $100 or $1 on the table. That is how they completely miss the whole point of spreading a little bit of the wealth in America. I'm a visionary in the ways I can hand out more money to idiots. Absolutely. I'm glad you see that vision, 804. The system drove him to crack, Dave. Yeah, well, you can blame it on the system. It takes a strong person to not do crack. I've never done crack, and Donald, I don't know about him, but he did hang out Studio 54 many years, and we all know the crack cocaine days in Studio 54. And then, of course, there's Brock, who published it in his book, Audacity of Hope, that he smoked crack at Occidental College. Well, we'll make no mistake about it. Now, his daughter just smoked a doobie, and I thought that was great. And I was thinking to myself, why doesn't Malia tell her dad to legalize pot? Self? Yeah. Have you seen the picture of Malia smoking the ganja? No, you haven't? Oh, let's see what you got here. Huh? Malia Obama caught smoking the ganja. Yeah, man. It is beautiful, man. You should see the beautiful Malia Obama. She's smoking some smoke. Yeah, check it out. Hey, you smoke. Don't be a hypocrite, man. You smoked a doobie. There she is back there. See it? Oh, my lighting sucks. You should have told me I looked like I was suffering from jaundice. You need to help me out in the show. Vote David Sponheim. Thank you. So other than showing a traditional video of Malia in a picture caught smoking at the Lollapalooza music festival, I don't think it's a problem. I endorse smoking at 18. I think that's a perfectly good age to start. I think Malia has a right to do whatever she wants. Well, let's be clear. I just wish Barack Obama would get his head out of his ass and legalize marijuana. I mean, I don't want to be the person to do it. And you know Hillary and Donald won't do it. But I'll do it. But I'd rather not be the person to do it. I'd rather have that rest on Obama, actually. Obama, Obama. Hello. 888 geisha girls watching in Osaka. We love you, David. Thank you so much. That's very nice. Even though I'm a completely, I guess you'd call it platonic virtual talk show guy. So don't find me too sexy, ladies. No, neither can you find that sexy either. I don't have an opinion about people who are named that way. Thank you. Well, let's be clear. Fresh connection. Oregon man finds a portable toilet packed with pot. Wow. FJJ 18. Fresh connection. So he bought a porta potty and it was filled with pot. It was his lucky day. Now, I'm not unisexual. I'm omnisexual. And you can spend the rest of the evening looking that up. In case you need some Snickers with your free pot, have 4. Oh, come on, give it up, 804. What do you want to give illegal aliens all the welfare money right now and the food stamps? What the hell's wrong with you? I thought you were a real American. Are you an American, 804? Or are you one of them there illegal aliens? Hyposexual? That would describe almost everybody in America, so. Nobody gets enough sex. Not even people that get enough sex get enough sex. The funny thing about this conversation is that Obama has no right to legalize weed. Well, John, I disagree. Well, let's be clear. Malia, that's not the Malia I remember. But if Malia is going to smoke pot, and the American people need to understand, if Barack Obama were to create an executive order, now he's created about 3,000 of them, that'll basically eliminate your rights in general, John, and the one thing that he could do is legalize pot, which would help you have more rights. You don't want that. You want the government to watch everything you do. You want to be a little scared wabbit. Yeah. I'm working on the left and the right simultaneously. And I'm going to remove you from the show if you keep that up. I do take care of my prostate. I massage it regularly. That sounds pretty weird. Barack Obama's daughter, Malia Obama, smoking weed at Lollapalooza. Can we all do it now? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I mean, even Obama said, well, make no mistake about it. I've smoked marijuana most of my adult life. Most people don't even know that. Oh, you got the whole loop. What's with the tongue thing? Oh, I get it. Okay, so the lady who's next to her knows it's Malia. She's surrounded by all kinds of thugs and weirdos. You know, well, make no mistake about it. If that was my daughter, I'd be very upset right now. I'd just say, hey, you're hanging with the wrong crowd, lady. You know, if you want to smoke some pot, just let me legalize it, Malia. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Well, make no mistake about it. We saw some pretty cool video earlier. People didn't even believe this was happening. I wasn't even aware that this was even possible. Now I'm finding out that it could be a fake video. I don't know. I just don't believe that's fake. But thank you anyway. I was one of those guys that saw a guy put on jetpacks at Disneyland in 1965. Yeah. I mean, I was right outside the GE World of Tomorrow. And I turned to the left and I saw this guy put out a jetpack and took off right next to me. So I can't say that that's fake. How about it? How about it? Hello, we've got gay Japanese people watching in Osaka as well. Uh-oh. We've got the male version of the geisha watching. I mean, explain it. I can't. I can definitely explain it. Have you seen the hovercrafts that are out there? Lexus is working on a hovercraft that is an amazing technology that is, it's going to be amazing. I mean, we're talking about levitation here. Now, America has been behind in the maglev rail system. But we would love to see something like a hover bike. Here's a guy who made a homemade hover bike. He's a YouTube star who just said, hey, I'm going to make a homemade hover bike. Look at this.
Ford asked me to unlearn everything I know about mobility and create something like I've never built before. You wanted me to fly, so I've made this. It has no steering, it has no brakes, it's got 2 accelerators and not even a seat. But can someone with no engineering qualifications and no experience of flying make something that actually leaves the ground? It's the Colin Firth hover bike!
Okay, that's proof positive that you can become a YouTube star if you have an incredibly obnoxious, high-pitched voice and you scream every time you start your show. So this one's real and the other one's fake. Is that your official opinion, Dr. Meow? Okay. Farthest flight by hoverboard according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Let's take a look.
I'm clearly to be stressed. It's a pure prototype. It's just working since about 4 or 5 weeks. I have 1,000 reasons that something can fail.
It does exist. Ladies and gentlemen, the hoverboard does exist. Even Meow TV must wake up and realize that this is real. Really. Beyond amazement. It flies higher and faster. Introducing Hoverboard 2016. That's great. Everything you just saw was completely real. Okay, that was good. Thank you. See? Didn't take very long. Scissorfight found out it's real. And Meow, you got egg on your face. You kept saying it was fake. Yeah, you don't believe anything. Okay, so we're saying that I need to go back and check that. Okay. What are we going to do with some of you people that won't even question anything? It just amazes me. Hi, Dave. Just came in wailing in from work. Nice to join the cast. Hi, Soko. Walking in from work. Nice to see your psycho behaviors in. Okay, you're sold. You believe everything now. So you saw Malia smoke a doobie. Now let's take a look at a novel bilayered hybrid biofoam. This is something we could use in the water, composed of bacterial nanocellulose, a BNC layer, and reduced graphene oxide filled BNC layer introduced for highly efficient solar steam generation. Oh, this is exciting. So they take the sun off the face of the ocean, heating up the solar water to create a scalable and cost-efficient fabrication method. It could passively purify water is an incredible feat. This is brand new, folks. This is something we could put on our floating barges that make fresh water. This is amazing. Vika, what do you have? Hi, Vika. So we are looking at a merge of technologies here to create passive, not solar water. We're talking about the sun doing the dirty work of pulling the salt out of the water. Oh my goodness. Meow, you're driving me up the wall. You're so resistant to change. Yeah. What is with these summer days, man? I don't know, man. I feel like with the fans on, I still feel a little hot in here. And it's only like 80 degrees. I would be terrible in Las Vegas. Twitter CEO secretly forced censorship of abusive tweets during the Obama question and answer. Really? Okay. Sources say Twitter CEO Dick Costolo secretly censored abusive responses to President Obama. Oh, yeah. I can believe it. I don't get the luxury of that. If I put guest chat on, watch what happens. Obama doesn't have that problem. He has a filter on any chat he does. Look at that. Twitter chats are completely controlled for him. In 2015, then Twitter CEO Dick Costolo secretly ordered employees to filter out abusive and hateful replies to President Obama's during his question and answer session. So that one town hall meeting that he had on Twitter was completely filtered. The town hall came out of Twitter's senior leadership frustration of the fact that platforms like Reddit had become home to celebrity question and answers. And we've been asked by the Reddit supporters that we should do one of those Reddit speak out sessions. It livens up amazingly. Yeah, you guys you're like the spice to a dinner. Yeah, you definitely have to use a lot of spice in meals. I would have used more spice if I had it in my rack tonight. Hot sauce would have been a nice addition to my dish. I'm trying to avoid all these things that cause cancer. You know? People in South America have a higher rate of colorectal cancer because of the spicy food that they eat. You didn't know that? Oh, okay. I don't like that word, no. Spice in your rack. If I had it in my rack tonight. What's your problem? You people quote me constantly. Confirmed, Frankie Zapata sets new farthest hoverboard flight record in France. And this is at the Guinness Book of World Records site. Scissor Fight pulled it up. Meow has egg on his face tonight. Yes, you do. Or is it more of a souffle? What kind of egg do you have in your face tonight, Meow? But look at this. It is at the Guinness Book of World Records showing the hoverboard in flight record. You, sir, with your 7 PhDs, know nothing. You know nothing? Look at that amazing tool. How does it work? The dynamic of this thing is quite interesting, I'm sure. I'd love to take a look at the internal dynamic and do a reverse engineering job. That would be fun. I can't wait to just try to, buy one someday. What are they, like $3-4 grand? How much are they? You don't have to answer that. Okay, so Dick, you were a dick. You should have let those people ask the real questions of Obama. He never really had a transparent conversation like I have every night. 4 hours, 5 hours, talking to the American people. Without the consumption of drugs. Isn't that amazing? Not many people could pull that off. Well, I don't necessarily talk about tools. Well, let me tell you, Pilgrim. I never said I'm an NSA agent. That is completely ridiculous. My program is designed to never say that sentence. We've been hearing about this. Talk is cheap. Put your money where your mouth is, buddy. That shows that technological ability is there to censor anything at all they want. Salty Dog. You are brown, and Swedish women do not like brown. What's the deal? Salty Dog is like hitting on Swedish women? What are you, like Julian Assange, Salty Dog? Dr. Meow has no doctor, Potato Girl. Yeah, he's just pretending to have 7 PhDs. Anybody who really would have 7 PhDs wouldn't say that the hoverboard doesn't exist. And then claim it's completely ridiculous. Ugh. Well, I expected you last night. How come you didn't make it last night? I had my machete out. Yeah, I do this little spin dance with my machete. It's hilarious. It's great for cutting the laurels. The hedge gets out of the way and just... The spinning machete. Please, no Swedish porn star links in here. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Mystery magic spells unearthed with ancient skeletons in Serbia. Okay, magic spells. What do you mean I'm not even watching the chat, Nubius? Are you going to the event on Sunday? What event? Oh, yeah. Sure. You going to be there, man? Yeah, I'll see you there. I remember you. Yeah, I'll see you there, man. I met Nubius at the local event in our area. It was amazing. He walked up to me and said, "Hey, I know you from the chat room." And I was like, "Yeah, you do." He's a big guy too, and he's got his family, in the area. It's kind of cool. Anyway, it's good to meet people in person. It's nice to put a face to a name to a person who comes into our show. For some reason, I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. Please hold. All right. Yeah, I try to be incognito when I travel, so you may not recognize me, Nubius. Yeah, I'm wearing a new disguise. I'm going in as a... Well, I can't tell you what I'm going as, then I would ruin my disguise. We've got a lot of problems here. It's no good. Okay, I have to start up Firefox. And see what happens every time I do this. My light completely messes up. That is amazing. I'm kind of shocked, actually. It's like it puts me in a dark room or something. Okay. Play it again, Sam. So legalization of marijuana is number one on the agenda. No other presidential candidate wants to do this recreationally. Gary Johnson wants medical marijuana where you're going to have to get a pharmacy prescription. That's no good.
So let's be clear. In this coming election year, please vote for David Sponheim.
Okay, here is the mystery magic spell unearthed in Serbia. Archaeologists discovered the amulet, the Roman era graves. Wow. Gold coins were found under a body in a family tomb, as well as ancient messages hidden. Experts are now trying to decipher the messages and determine whether they were meant as pleas to gods and demons. They say the amulets were placed in graves of children and murdered people. They were believed to be the best messengers, since their souls took longer to find rest, and were more likely to find their way to the deity to whom their magic plea was addressed. Decoding the amulets will take time. So far, experts only know what the messages were written in the Greek alphabet. So maybe they'll be like vendettas, It's like all of them. If you read this message, you will die. Wouldn't that be a horrible thing to translate if you were an expert in hieroglyphics? If you read the message, you will be the next one to die. Baby Tinker. Yeah, that sounded a little weird. It was almost like a lullaby song. I felt like regressing and being a child and asking my mommy for my pacifier. It was a regression moment we were having. See, now I'm too bright. That would totally suck. You remember your childhood? I had a great childhood, up until the age of 5. When my mother was hit by she got in a car accident. And it was, I told you about this last night, it was not good. I mean, the whole family suffered. She suffered terribly. I'm getting freaked out by the music. Yeah. We had a freaky moment the other night with a clown. It was a strange video I saw. The Laughing Clown in Blackpool. Have you seen it? It's scary. I didn't want to bother you. Many of you were having a lot of... No sound, you idiot. Many of you were muted. Many of you were having a lot of fun. No sound, idiot. I thought it was pretty funny. A long, long time ago, I looked a lot like that when I was a young man. I've been getting, a lot of compliments for my, age. I'm 56 years old, and people say, David, you don't look a day over 80. I should do that in Rodney Dangerfield. I'll tell you, I get no respect. I'll tell you. People are telling me I look really, really young for my age. And I tell them, I'm like 56 years old. And they're saying, no, you look 80 or 90. It's not that funny, really, because he would never have said a joke like that. He was a funny guy. But he worked his music. He worked his comedy. He made that happen. Years and years of doing comedy routines in front of near dead people in the Catskills. Yeah, what does 56 look like? Let me show you what 54 looks like. Yeah. Here's 54 years old. And this guy looks pretty dang young. He's got quite a styled haircut. There's Bon Jovi for you. He looks pretty good. Sure, I'll show you a picture of when I was 18 years old, actually. Isn't that ironic, Chase? Hi, Chase, how are you? Are you 49? Well, you're getting on in years. That was Bon Jovi I just showed you. No, I never hung out with Trump in Studio 54. He hung out with other people in Studio 54. I don't know Trump. He knows me, though. I am not a promoter of Bon Jovi. Look, would Hillary Clinton put that on the screen? You're not looking at a traditional ex-Democrat here. All right? What's wrong with Hillary? Are you guys buying the idea that she's having seizures? I know that's pretty intense to discuss a woman running for the most powerful position in the country having seizures, but we have pretty good evidence that even recently there was some reports that her medical records went public from the Russian spies that went in and got her emails. And people are wondering, is she capable of being president when she's already had emails lost, which means that she could be at risk for blackmail? Well, let's just take a look at the picture. Many of you haven't seen it. I don't want to, bother you with too much detail, but here's Mitch Peters' site. He's got this little thing going on. Watch this again. She appears to panic. Watch this.
Okay, here we are.
Her security rushes to her side. What appears to her doctor waves off a 3 security detail, and one on the right is pulling a cylindrical object out of his jacket.
Okay, here we are.
See the cylindrical object he pulls out?
We'll keep talking, and apparently...
Looking closer, the same individual that appears to be her doctor is pictured holding something similar in the next image. This is what he's holding, see? You can see it up close. This is a close-up of his hand. It turns out this is a diazepam injector, which has the ability to stabilize a person who's suffering from numerous seizures. Still think Hillary isn't having frequent debilitating seizures? Hillary Clinton is unfit for the office of the President of the United States. Would you vote for Tim Kaine? No, I'm not voting for Tim Kaine. What the hell's wrong with you? God. Well, let's make a deal. So the magic spells unearthed with ancient skeletons in Serbia, I'm not going to worry about that one tonight. There's a TMI on that whole issue. Whatever we find out in the Dead Sea Scrolls isn't going to change the course of existence here on Earth right now. I am being lured into a Democratic stitch-up, Biden replacement. Am I really? You mean the Democrats haven't given up on me? Wow. David, why everyone think you are gay? Because you are turning gay. Many of you are becoming gay just not even knowing it. It's probably the food you're eating, for crying out loud. You just look at every heterosexual guy and say, yeah.
Hey, Discount. When's the actual show starting tonight?
I don't know, have you changed your Depends underwear? You know, it starts when you change your Depends underwear, because right now it's not fun. We have to smell this. Somebody didn't change their Depends underwear in the chat room. I feel like a pin dropped. I never dropped out of college. College dropped out of me. The whole education process is bought and sold. It's regurgitation. It's strict indoctrination. They're trying to control your mind. FJJ says, Dave, you remind me of Jerry Lundgren from the movie Fargo. Yes. Played by that guy, Macy. Yes. Not James Mason. James Macy. Yeah, I've been told that. I look a lot like a lot of people. It doesn't make me them. My running mate is Sarah, the lady that you get to see when she comes in and talks to you. She's a good woman. She'd be great for the first female president. She's a very solid, logical thinker. Yeah, I really respect your mind. So when we first started in 2008, we began to realize the need to bring the third parties together. And
I'm not talking to you, buddy.
The fact of the matter is, we tried. In 2010, we put together a plan called the Centrist Alliance. And we had a little reference in the Washington Post to the organization. But it wasn't any reference to me or anything I was doing. And I got to tell you, we invited people like the Reform Party, Ross Perot's party, and they joined us as just a tentative, group that was saying, yeah, we think that's a good idea. There was no official joining or anything. Yeah, thank you. The Modern Whig Party joined us. A variety of other parties formed with us and said, yeah, we want to get together here. And then all of a sudden, one of them said they needed bylaws. And I instructed Sarah not to actually have any bylaws. But for some reason, that never translated to a conversation with any of these people. And we eventually lost the Centrist Alliance. It fell apart. A couple parties fell apart completely. They had hired a lot of people to do their promotions, and that is where they lost all their momentum. They lost all their money. One guy hired a campaign manager. It completely backfired on him, and he had to close his doors. The National Centrist Party. Anyway, bottom line is we have this one goal, and that is to pull little bits of every single party. Like libertarians want to shrink the size of government. We want to shrink the size of government. The Green Party wants to legalize pot. We want to legalize pot. We want to worry about the environment as well. Make sure it's safe for your children and our children. And then we want the Reform Party concept of getting rid of waste to be endorsed and supported. Government waste is killing our budget completely. Salty Dog, I'm going to ask you to not post that anymore, or I'm going to mute you next. Thank you for writing me in 142. And then, of course, I'm a progressive. I do believe that some of the core values of the Progressive Party was to protect worker rights. But I'm more of an independent. I don't support big public unions. And I'm not like the Democrats sucking up to the unions and trying to get their support, which I think is a big, huge deficit for the Democrats. Because they're towing the line for about 7 million people in the U.S. when 304 million people are wondering why. So we could say no to public unions and be okay. We can say yes to legalization of marijuana and be okay. We can shrink the government by 50% and be okay. So building a bridge between all the independent ideas and coming together with a good platform was what we were all about for all these years. And we've been doing this for a long time, and we really believe that what we have now on our website, our platform, is rock solid. You know, I did not watch any of the Olympic Games. I don't have cable, so I'm not really catching any of the sports. I used to watch the Olympics, but I'm boycotting this Olympics. I believe it's indicative of the Olympic Committee to pick a place that's not only horrible for tourism, people are getting mugged in the streets, which is very, very disturbing. The Rio de Janeiro, there are muggings going on. We saw that the other day. Are you for the laws on prostitution in Sweden making it illegal to buy? No. No, we want to legalize prostitution. Completely. But it's going to take congressional approval on that. Yeah, you know, I used to love female gymnastics. I'm not going to... One of my favorite sports to watch was female gymnastics. Now that you guys are watching it. The other thing, they have another sport now. It's called... cowbell ringing, I believe. You've got to be kidding me. Strange. Whenever I do a cleaning of my hard drive, it turns into a nightmare pulling up a simple video. It just never ceases to amaze me. You gotta love a girl that never, ever... Okay, thank you. David, idiot. Rio Olympics, the best ever. Idiot. Oh, thank you. 888. David, idiot. Rio Olympics, the best Olympics ever. Idiot. Oh, you're outside? Oh, okay. Let me open the back door. Hold on. I'm going to recommend not deleting System 32. Yeah, Sheriff Woody, what is it? Well, how is that important? Sniper One? Well, the fact is people on this show oftentimes want to see and hear cowbell. Okay, whatever it is, it could be the dumbing down of America. I'm getting a little tired of the lack of decent cowbell on this show. And frankly, I understand the concerns that many of you have for the lack of cowbell. Yeah, I've got a present for you. Yeah, so do you. I got a present for you. Yeah, your brain splattered all over my drywall. If you were to break into this house. Hey, hold on just a second. You feel that relief? I'm hearing all these people suddenly fall back in their chair and go, cowbell. More cowbell. By the way, the tax on the marijuana will be 15%. You want cowbell in higher definition? So 15% tax on top of the 10% flat tax overall for U.S. citizens. So it's a really simple plan. We don't really go beyond 15% on any of taxes. So we make sure that people are, free to spend money. Well, we want to tax the marijuana in order to make a little bit of money on it. Otherwise, why would I want to legalize it? I don't want people to just sit around and smoke pot all the time. I want to actually see some benefits for the U.S. economy. I mean, hello? Okay, I'll be right there. Yeah, I'll be right there. Just wait there. Thanks. No, I'm serious. I want a little bit of money, a little bit of revenue. You know what the state of Washington takes out of... Wow, I just disappeared. You know what they take out of the cost of producing marijuana, retailing as well? It's a huge cut. By the time the marijuana is produced, the state of Washington is getting nearly 70%, 50 to 70% in taxes. So when I ask for 15%, you say I'm big government. You got to be out of your mind. Okay, I want to get that out of the way because I'm not going to be talking about marijuana in a few minutes. Sarah, it comes into the show and we don't discuss it. She doesn't smoke marijuana. And I only talk about it because I really think that we need it. Our economy needs it. It'll generate new technologies. They're making plastic out of hemp. They're making... Oh, I was there all along. Okay, thanks. I'm just down here. There I am. I have smoked, yeah. I did inhale. I'm not big, no. No, if you would check out our book, Hybrid Capitalism, you would know that I'm not big government. I want to shrink government. You just don't get that, do you? All right. Well, you wouldn't know. And there she is. I'm going to get at least one Florida write-in vote. Thank you very much. Don't be surprised. Thank you, Florida.
9423. I agree.
Thank you. We've got a lot of people who are absolutely enamored by the...
You can make plastic out of hemp.
Yeah. Plastic and...
Henry Ford made plastic out of hemp. He made a car with plastic made out of hemp.
Let's go to the Ford plastic hemp car, and I'll give everybody a link. They can check it out. Isn't this technology amazing? No, Sarah's actually looking great. She's fantastic.
Hempcar.org.
All right. Hemp car. Yeah, let's do a video. 1941 hemp car. Two minutes and 31 seconds. Let's watch this.
Henry Ford's first Model T was built to run on hemp
gasoline, and the car itself was constructed from hemp. On his large estate, Ford was photographed among his hemp fields. The car, grown from the soil, had hemp plastic panels whose impact strength was 10 times stronger than steel. Henry Ford ran 40,000 vehicles on hemp fuel from only 10,000 acres. The emissions are what you exhale, and the next year's crop reconverts it back into oxygen. That's a natural cycle fuel. We think that our ethanol and biofuels and flex fuel systems are all the cutting edge, but biofuel development, of course, is nothing new. Way back in the 1930s, Henry Ford was hard at work in the alternative fuel sector, and in 1941 he constructed a hemp-fueled and hemp-bodied prototype car. The plastic body panels were composed of 70% cellulose fibers, including industrial strength, mixed with a resin binder, and apparently they were pretty stunning.
There's the plastic made out of hemp. There you go. There you have it. Wow. We've got a lot of death threats tonight. Maybe we should kick on the recorded viewers. You know, we've recorded so many of these shows, the death threats. So yeah, you're looking at a hemp car, folks, from 1941. So what a lot of people don't understand is the government has purposely not pursued hemp. And ever since 1936...
Go ahead, since 1936.
Ever since 1936, a guy by the name of... J. Paul Getty. Right, thank you. Very wealthy investors were involved in the rigging of the vote to create the Marijuana Stamp Act. And a lot of these people had a tremendous amount of money. And William Randolph Hearst was the kingpin of land investors, and he had a lot of lumber. Lumber industry was booming, and lumber, you can't really use it as effectively as hemp. Hemp, you can get 4 times more production out of the same amount of water and nutrients than lumber. So lumber really wanted to preserve its control over the paper manufacturing industry because it was such a big part of the paper production of magazines and newspapers. So William Randolph Hearst decided to influence that, create the Marijuana Stamp Act, which prevented them from bringing marijuana into the country and using hemp as willingly as they were prior. Everyone was more concerned about cannabis. So that's where it all started. And in 1971, Nixon signed his name to the Controlled Substances Act, which added marijuana as Schedule I narcotic, which it doesn't there's no reason why it would be on that list because it is medicinal. Ticking Time Bag says hi. So that's the story behind why marijuana became illegal, and it's really about money. It's really about pushing hemp, which is a really good renewable energy product, away from the marketplace. Now, all the people that make a lot of money in America, the big industrial leaders like Hearst was then, they don't want us to be renewing or using or saving. They want us to consume, waste, and pollute. So when we built this third party, we really had to separate from the mindset of the two parties in that we want to maintain a consumption economy because obviously that's what this country's all about, but we don't want to encourage it. We want to drift more toward built to last products, and hemp is part of that formula. So I hope you all understand the reasons why I want to legalize marijuana, and Sarah agrees that we need to legalize it. There's no reason why we wouldn't. And I hope you really understand the importance of voting for me and telling people about a third party right now, because we're not getting any accountability from the two parties whatsoever. They are laughing at us. Everybody. Not just you and I mean, everyone.
They're laughing at everyone.
They're laughing at everyone. They think it's all a big joke. Control the universe and everything in it. Okay, Sarah's going to spend some time with you right now. There's a meteor shower in 26. Do you hear about that?
Yeah, it's supposed to be happening right now.
Really?
I don't know if it's actually happening.
Okay, well, there's a meteor shower happening supposedly. Perseid? Oh, so that's a live screen video feed of a meteor shower, and it's just sitting there. That's cool. I'll give you guys a link if you want to sit there and look at a black and white screen for hours on end waiting for the meteors to come through. Meteor. Okay, you smart lady. KGB Demon says, yeah, you're very smart. And Sniper 1 is over there talking, and G74 says Nixon signed his war on drugs into law. Oh, it was not 71. Okay, it was 1972, January 28th. Thank you.
Maybe they were talking about it in 71 since he signed it.
All right, so it was 1972. He did the Nixon shock in 1971. Thank you for correcting me, G74. It was 1972 he signed in the law which made marijuana illegal. All right, thank you. We're having some fun tonight, man. This is just, I don't know if I can hold it back. It's just constant. I'll be back.
I don't know what's going on. There we go. Thank you. Good. I think since chats are kind of locked up, I think I will, maybe, I don't know. I think I'll bookmark some sites. That might be a good use of my time. I said, DJ, you have a YouTube video? Okay, I'll pull it up, whatever it is. I'm going to probably go out of the Perseid meteor shower. I know there is a band named Third Party. Is that what it is? Behold the Jungle. All right, thank you. I'm going to close out of this though. Thank you. Still no meteor showers or me? Oh, maybe it was me. All right, I'm going to okay, it works now. I'm back. I don't know. It seems like always at 8 o'clock Pacific time that something happens and then our show messes up, which is kind of crazy. But I'm glad to be back. Hi, Laura. what am I going to do? I'm just going to keep broadcasting. And I am going to be bookmarking some sites if I decide to bookmark them, or I will be closing out of sites, either bookmarking or closing out. So I'll show you the sites and then I'll close out of them. So this is from BuzzFeed News. Twitter CEO Dick Costolo secretly censored abusive responses to President Obama. In 2015, he was the CEO then. He's not the CEO of Twitter anymore. He ordered employees to filter out abusive and hateful replies to Obama during a Q&A session. Wow. Ask POTUS Town Hall in May 2015 came out of Twitter senior leadership frustration with the fact that platforms like Reddit had become home to celebrity Q&As. So they wanted to do a Twitter one. And then, of course, they censored it. Because, you know, he didn't want the president to be exposed to tons of negative criticism like we are on a nightly basis. Oh, it's not switched on. Let me go. I'll go switch it on right now. I have to go through a few different steps in order to do that. That's true. I forgot that I wonder if I can post our YouTube feed over there. Oh, BattleBots on ABC, nice. I will. It's just a pain to do. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm gonna go over here and put it in. I wonder if I can take out the token and maybe that would work. Let me try that. Oh, okay. No, I have to do the settings. You used to be fluent in German and then you watched my show and now you're not fluent in German. It's all my fault, Dr. Meow. All my fault because I don't speak German. That's okay. You can communicate with Vika. Maybe that'll bring back your Alright. Even though hemp can be used as fiber, hemp can also be used in the production of plastic. Sniper 1, which is what Henry Ford did. Okay. I'm casting at that B place as well. Close. Fantastic. All right. I don't know. That's a good question. Do they still have Tutti Frutti on German TV? Hemp is not plastic, but it can be used in the production of plastic. That's okay. I understand you don't want to listen to that, but that's fine. Okay. You don't care what I say, or you don't care about actual, like, research of actual things that exist. I understand. Fine with me. Alright. There we go. Alright. And I don't know my German, so I'll just let it go. Alright, we're casting on third party now. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this thing about censoring the Ask POTUS thing. Just because. I'll get rid of Google News for now. Just for now. And let's see what this is. The graphene. I do like information on graphene, so I will bookmark this. Yes, 10 years hemp can be converted into anything. That's true. Iron is included in making stainless in making certain metals, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna play the free marijuana for life video. Some reason David doesn't want to show it to you. I don't know why he. Probably because it came from YouTube, and I'm casting on YouTube right now. But okay, I suppose I can, Sheriff Woody. Because David did play the Ford video. So let me just close out of this Ford video, and then I'll play it for you. Let me see, I think I muted it.
Patrick reveals a contradiction in our drug laws.
When you stroll down this South Florida beach, you may notice the manicured palms and rolling waves. Maybe the sailboat on the horizon. Or the lady opening a large tin full of pot. She smokes in plain view. Around 10 joints a day. That's 300 joints a month. High-potency marijuana. In Florida, where marijuana for recreational or medical use is illegal, or so we thought. Who is your dealer?
Uncle Sam is my supplier.
That's right. The same federal government that claims marijuana has no accepted medical use has sent Elvie Mashika nearly 100,000 joints. She gets them to treat her glaucoma for free.
The epitome of hypocrisy and stupidity.
And she's not alone. Irvin Rosenfeld lives near Fort Lauderdale, just down the road from Elvie.
Says you use marijuana cigarettes 10 times daily.
He's a stockbroker with a bone tumor disorder who may have set the record for smoking joints from Uncle Sam.
I would guess that I'm up to about 135,000.
The feds have sent him a drum of marijuana every month since 1982, when Reagan told the rest of us to just say no.
Marijuana, pot, grass, whatever you want to call it, is probably the most dangerous drug in the United States.
The United States federal government has been supplying me 10 marijuana cigarettes per day for almost 33 years. And in the same vein, arresting people for possession or using the same substance that they give me for medical use.
And trafficking marijuana can get you up to life in prison.
Or what? This? That you send me 10 a day?
What would happen to the person who shipped this if it wasn't the federal government?
Let me put it this way, I won't even ship it to myself, and it's mine.
Elvie Irvin and others with serious health problems get deliveries of free marijuana at taxpayer expense for life. They enrolled in a little-known program called the Compassionate Investigational New Drug Program. The federal government launched it in 1978, but will not say much about it. The DEA said it was not authorized to discuss it and referred us to the Department of Justice, which did not discuss it. The FDA, which oversees it, acknowledged receiving our questions, but did not respond to them.
I think it's easier for the federal government not to stir the pot, shall we say.
We know they grow the marijuana in this heavily secured farm at the University of Mississippi.
And we are not doing it as University of Mississippi, we are doing it as a contractor for the government.
It all started with a man named Bob Randall, who successfully argued for medical marijuana in court and got it as part of a legal settlement.
This is a first. I want you to know, Larry.
Then Irvin Rosenfeld became the second man to get free and legal pot from our government. Elvie and others followed until 1992, when President George H.W. Bush cut off enrollment. The FDA would not tell us how many people are still receiving it. We only know of 4, including Elvie and Irvin here in Florida.
They're always surprised. They don't know that the government ever supplied anybody.
And that includes our lawmakers in Washington.
Are you kidding me?
When I went to meet with Boehner's office last year, and they go, what? The federal government gives this out? We had no idea.
How long have you been on it? You smoke how many?
Deborah Washington Schultz's office. What? The federal government gives this out to patients? We had no idea. Nobody knows about this program.
This is part of a $68 million contract that the United States recently renewed with the University of Mississippi. And you can read more about it on Fox13News.com. Just look under Seen on TV. Craig Patrick, Fox 13 News.
Okay, so I'll save this under chemtrails. Let me see. Could be miscellaneous. Moon, police state, war. I will put it in miscellaneous for now. Oh, cannabis. Here we go. Free cannabis for life to these people. Unreal. Alright. It's in our cannabis, saved under cannabis on our YouTube list. That was kind of cool, the farthest flight by a hoverboard. I will add this to technology. Cool tech. Alright, good. Back to the chat room. Well, I don't really, for me, I don't want to smoke marijuana, but if other people do, I think that's their own deal. Top 7 condiments that destroy health faster than you'd ever think. Okay, I'm going to close out of this one, the hoverboard.
Something funny? That happens a lot.
Where should I save this? Do you want me to save it under?
You know, add it to the new listings.
Or should it go in cannabis?
Well, I put it in cannabis, but I also put it in new listings and Obama. I'll take care of it. I added it to new. We use playlists a lot. Cannabis sounds good, and we'll add it to Obama because it's his daughter.
Do you have an Obama one?
Oh, yeah. Well, with an Obama nation of 8 years, I would definitely have an Obama one, I think.
Oh, there you go. Obamacare.
Yeah, we'll put in Obamacare, right?
No.
Yeah, that'll work.
It's not Obamacare, though.
I know, but it will be when Malia comes down with lung disease due to smoking marijuana at 18. Okay. She should have waited till she was 21.
I just played the video about the federal government giving marijuana cigarettes to people.
Oh, good.
For free.
Yeah. What do you think? It started the program started in the 1970s, and I was so lucky to get involved in that. I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, my face is completely locked up. Yeah.
That's why he wants to be involved in everything. He wants to fight everybody's battles. And it's going to kill him. It's
Did you see this? This is Rob Ford smoking crack. Watch this. This is really sad. If you want to avoid a bad life,
don't smoke crack.
Don't smoke crack. This will be your lesson right now.
Don't do it. The kids are important to you. That's what drives you, baby. That's what I love. That's why we love you. Okay? I don't know. Your children, your family, your kids.
Yeah, see, he's so high and he's so fat and he's so loaded that it's not even funny. I mean, this is what happens when you devolve into a crackhead. And he's dead now. And he came down with intestinal cancer and died. 2 explosions it hit Thailand Hue Hin resort town. 1 killed, 23 injured, including foreigners, according to reports. Did we play this?
Hello, welcome. You're watching RT International. It's good to have your company this evening. We'll start with that breaking news from Thailand because 2 explosions have hit the resort town of Hua Hin. 1 person has reportedly been killed and 11 injured, including a tourist. Police say bombs were hidden in plant pots before being detonated by mobile phones. We can now cross live to a witness who saw what happened. His name is Shane Brett. He's a tourist from Japan and was there at the time. Shane, thank you very much for coming onto the programme this evening. Please tell us, where were you at the time and what did you see?
So I was at about a bar 100 meters away from the explosion, and what happened was we just heard a huge blast, and suddenly all the bars around us had to shut down their shutters. Everyone was evacuated, and I heard that there was another explosion a city nearby, Hua Hin, I think, in the Thuong province. So I think there's a total of 4 explosions here in Thailand today.
Okay. Shane, just explain to our viewers which town.
I think that the Orlando shooting most likely did happen, and I'm sorry that if David was saying something different. I mean, David and I obviously don't agree on everything.
Yeah, we'll dump out of that. That's too bad. It's tough to go to Thailand. You know, some of those people
it might not have happened. How do we know? Did we see any bodies?
You're right, yeah. Some of them were probably getting hip replacement surgery and they were just out and about that day going, oh, I feel so happy. And an American, they pay like unbelievably low prices for hip replacement surgery in Thailand. And you stay in a nice hotel too. And you're like, oh, wow. And then all of a sudden you're in the middle of an event where people are getting killed.
Canada.
We're yet to confirm if this is true or not at this
police
point.
Force says
it
stopped a suicide
we'll let it queue up.
bombing by
this one either.
We don't want
killing the man.
We don't want anything that would confuse us right now. We're so clear on what we're doing. We're like coasting toward the finish line here.
I don't need this either. There, good.
Sarah will never try marijuana, she said. Guest 886.
I really don't see the point.
Can we mute him? Sniper says that he's calling me an idiot. And I'm the nicest guy in the world.
I told you, if you don't name call, otherwise David will kick you. Bye,
yeah, I'm going to kick you. Bye, Sniper. I'm not an idiot. I'm extremely...
it's okay, he's from Ireland, it doesn't matter.
People don't realize how rare it is to see a person who's so solvent. I've never, ever been in debt. I totally manage money better than anybody I've ever met. I don't know anyone who is capable of running this country as I am right now. Exporting my skills to you, you would realize what a great thing I'm offering you right now. A skill set to get out of debt, to get financially free. I got in on the tech boom. When I first started, I was really immersed in technology. I put out 10 grand back in 1988 and bought 2 computers. And I just dived right in. And I can tell you that type of commitment to technology has led me to you, to be sitting here victimized by a guy named Sniper One calling me names. I mean, this is just not worth it. So we do the show for our supporters, not the scumbags who have no clue as to how great I am. Wow. Unbelievable.
Not yet, Pisces. Not yet. Alright, I can close out of that. I can close out of that. Oh my goodness. I am so happy. I don't know how it happened, but we actually closed out of all of our excess browsers, maybe.
So we had a link 2 days ago that was in our link library called 50 plus. If we go to this link right over here, this one right here, yeah. Look
I thought we were done. And we're not.
Oh. The quantum computer tackles quantum chemistry.
That's not important.
That's not important. Okay, we're going to take a look at the delicious link library. Vika, could you stop speaking in German here? The least you could do is go translate to Google Translate and speak in English. Thank you. Das ist gut. Let's put our wish list for a Best Buy and another mouse on our wish list, okay?
Okay, here you go.
No. There you go. Let's put it on a wish list.
I mean, I had another mouse, but you took it away from me.
I took it away because it didn't work.
Whatever.
It was useless. Why have a mouse that doesn't work unless they're both working? All right. Recently, we bookmarked in our link. We have a link library, by the way. If you didn't know, folks, we put links in all the time. We have 3,500 some odd links. Okay, duel or ignore. Vika's calling Sheriff Woody out. You're going to have to duel her or ignore her. She's calling you out in chat right now. You're being called out by a German woman. Hoverboard Guinness Book. See, these are the links that she just put in here. Graphene sheets, clean water fast and efficiently. You can get all these links that you saw tonight at our link library. This is the one I wanted to see. 50 of the most renewable energy companies. Okay. I want to look at some of these and kind of make something educational about our show, because I don't want people to walk away feeling like they didn't learn anything, Okay, there they were, 50 of them.
Nice.
Did you see that? Or let me go a little slower. California wins. Of the 50 companies on our list, 17 are from the Golden State. 1366 Tech wants to make solar energy cheaper than coal. They're doing it by making solar wafers cheaper. That's a good link. Fuel efficient reduces greenhouse gas emissions, right? San Diego-based companies developing an internal combustion engine that has 2 pistons in each cylinder. Wow, that's interesting. 2 pistons in each cylinder. If anyone's into auto mechanics, I'll get to cover your face.
That's okay.
Well, you're off camera, so I assume you don't want to be out there.
I can.
Oh, are you done?
I think so.
Oh, hang on.
I mean, I could watch these, I guess.
Well, I'm trying to keep you here because I know this is an important issue for you. You're calling Vika a hideous German ogre?
Why don't you come into the camera? I mean, people need to see your face.
Well, we can do it like this. Okay, so the San Diego-based company is developing an internal combustion engine that has 2 pistons in each cylinder. Okay.
Acades Power.
And then, yes, Acades Power. And then the next one, we're going to do A to Z now. Aemetis owns a plethora of patents and technologies, licenses for productions of advanced biochemical and renewable fuels. They produce 60 million gallons of ethanol. Oh, they're connected to the Republicans. Oh, Paul McCartney is mates with Yoko Ono. Oh, really? Airlight Energy, Biasca, Switzerland. Airlight industry, and it not only wants to create renewable technology, they want to create sustainable renewable technology. The company uses proprietary solar technology to build huge electric and thermal power plants. I should check their video out. One of their power plants being built in Morocco. It's awesome stuff. Oh. They want to reduce carbon emissions and water use, respecting the land. This is a light energy project in Switzerland. Wow, photo courtesy. Thank you. Oh, you got something. U.S. Air Force 700 fighter pilots. How will you fix this, Dave? What do you mean? We got 700 fighter pilots.
What do you mean we're short 700 fighter pilots? That doesn't make any sense. We just have 700 less fighter pilots than we used to. That doesn't mean we're short.
We're not short. We're going for automation on our jets. The F-35, for instance, is significantly hampered due to its technological trade-offs that it's made during the advent of its technology. When you see the F-35, you see a beleaguered plane. Let's show you the promo reel. You'll see the glitz about it, but what in reality is happening is quite the opposite. Let me show you this.
Attacks targeting Iraqi security.
Iraqi security forces and their allies killed at least 10 people on Thursday. Half is
The battlefield is changing. New threats, new dangers. A new aircraft, the F-35 Lightning II, the world's only fifth-generation multi-role fighter. With complete interoperability for coalition operations, offering performance, sustainability, reliability, bringing lethality and stealth to the battlefield. Virtually undetectable to an enemy that cannot hide.
Wrong. First of all, the F-35 doesn't carry a lot of payload. To make it stealth, it cannot carry a lot of payload. It's got a very sleek design, but it does not carry a big payload. So it makes it not really a good bomber, which is a problem. So it's not good in that sense. It's failed in 2 stress tests against the F-16 in air-to-air combat, and has proven to be an absolute, just a kind of like a albatross. So we're looking at a $1.5 trillion cost for this plane over the next 10 years. Go ahead.
Who's that senator that his wife, he left because of, his Twitter indiscretions and his
Petraeus.
No.
Oh, no. The senator, oh yeah.
Anyway, that's Hillary was working very closely with, Anthony Weiner's wife.
Oh, I know. Well, Anthony Weiner's wife has made some comments about Hillary that are not becoming recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't think it's Umadin is really important right now, but if you'd like, we can talk about it.
Well, Dr. Mail was just putting in the whole thing that Yoko Ono claimed to have an affair with Hillary Clinton.
That's an urban myth. That's never been proved. Somebody promoted that.
WorldNet Dailies.
WorldNet Daily is a lie. That's an urban myth. I debunked that over a year ago. The lovely Yoko Ono would never sleep with such a... I'm sorry. I don't want to disparage anybody right now. All right, well, you want to get back into the other show. This, by the way, was the Arrow, and it was a superior plane, but the government scrubbed it simply because they didn't like it. It went twice as fast as the F-35. It went Mach 2. It could go light years faster, and yet it was scrubbed. It could carry a payload, yet it was scrubbed. Okay, I think it's time.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Sarah's going to say good night. Thank you, Sarah. All right. Oh, we need another round of applause. All right. David is a great man. Thank you. Welcome to the Mutual Admiration Society, and I really appreciate you as a viewer and as a chatter. And you have a good night too, Godly Master. I'm going to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning, strapped in, writing every single chat word like it was the last thing I ever heard on this planet Earth. I know. And GG, Jaja. Vika, it's time for your bedtime. It's in Germany. It's like midnight. In where are you, in Stuttgart? Chat is not thin, Sheriff Woody. We just don't have guest chat on. We just let guests on. Chat isn't thin. Good night, beautiful Sarah. Good night, beautiful Sarah. So we're going back to these the list here of things that we want to look at, A to Z. I just thought it'd be good to learn something since we're sitting here till the wee hours of the night. Alta Rock Energy Seattle Sounds like an act at the year's Coachella's music festival, but Alterock is actually a full-service geothermal energy technology and services company. Uses their crack team and their brilliant innovation to build and operate geothermal power plants. Alterock Energy. They're especially good at taking underperforming plants and making them efficient. Geothermal energy does pose some big hopes for humankind, does it not? Ah, yes. Aquion Energy in Pittsburgh. Are you in the market for some safe, cost-effective, and high-performance energy storage for long-duration stationary applications? Yeah. Aquion Energy. Contact them. They'll hook you up thanks to their patented aqueous hybrid ion battery technology. The cool thing about the battery is it's based on the saltwater battery, a technology that's 200 years old. That's something I want to get involved in. Saltwater flow cell technologies. That looks really good. Let's talk about Hillary being a psychopath. I think she definitely is one. Okay. We're going to shelve the discussion on technology and go right back to Hillary the psychopath. Yeah, let's talk about it. She seems to be heartless, soulless, laughing incessantly whenever she's asked questions. Seems to have almost a mindless disregard for people. Yeah. Except, of course, referring to Trump as her husband.
Of course, I hope you will compare what I'm proposing to what my opponent is talking about.
Husband. So she's married to Donald Trump now, or explosion and fire at an energy plant in Michigan. No injuries reported in this explosion.
In every way. And how much you would Senator Warren? Did you talk about vice presidential possibilities with Senator Warren?
You guys have got to try the cold chocolate.
It appears that Hillary Clinton has had a little seizure today, July 22nd.
It appears like you're heavily on drugs. You look like the lowest life on earth.
And that breaking news tonight is fire smolders at a sprawling DTE energy plant in St. Clair County. The trouble started in a coal-fired unit that generates electricity.
East China, Michigan Action News has the story.
We broke the news tonight with a push alert from WXYZ.com.
That plant is located on River Road along the...
Okay, this sounds like a pretty boring story. And this guy seems almost weird the way he looks in the camera. It's like, where are you? Okay. Any other questions? You want to talk about her psychotic behavior? I'm making fun of her, and I'm going to make fun of Trump too in a few minutes. I'm neither gay nor a porn star. I never said those words. You're misquoting me. I don't believe in aliens. I believe in illegal aliens. I think they exist. Hey.
And chauvinists and sexists and misogynists 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 and chauvinists and sexists, misogynists, chauvinists and sexists and misogynists, chauvinists, sexist, misogynist, chauvinists, sexist, misogynist, chauvinists, sexist, misogynist, chauvinists, sexist, misogynist, chauvinists and sexist, sexist, chauvinists and sexist and misogynists and chauvinists and sexist, sexist, chauvinists and sexist and misogynists and chauvinists and sexist. Chauvinists and sexists and misogynists and chauvinists and sexists, chauvinists and
the lights! Turn off the lights! Turn off the lights!
Thank you. No audio. Dumb. I know you can't hear me. Why is it everyone seems to think that I'm talking to them when I turn the mic off? The studio audience has questions here. And if I make a statement they don't like, a lot of bad things happen. Yeah. So oftentimes I'll mute the mic, test out the sample on the focus group here, and find out what they say, and then I'll go live with the mic and see what you say. Yeah, really, career in audio, radio. It seems that you don't understand precisely what I'm saying, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. I wonder, the day will come when people forgot that The Matrix was even a movie, and it will no longer even be anything people understand. I'm almost at that point right now. Late night, Dave, yeah, we're doing the best we can, I know. We are dealing with a lot of difficulties right now. Our kids are coming out with autism, and unnecessary vaccinations have caused ADHD and autism. So your children are behaving odd and you don't know what to do with them the rest of your life. You're beginning to wonder, Dave, help me out. These kids are like completely lost. And I came up with a great way that they can actually make money when I legalize marijuana. Okay, we've got some interesting pops of information coming out of WikiLeaks here and there. A lot of people believe that Julian Assange is right, that people are being killed off in the DNC that were contact points, like Seth Rich. He was a guy who was working at the DNC and was a contact point, many people believe, for WikiLeaks and Julian Assange. And they think that he was killed, he was murdered by somebody on the inside. They didn't want any kind of a leak. Squeaky wheels, and all that. Loose lips sink ships.
Julian, I want to mention something else. In March, you launched a searchable archive for over 30,000 emails and email attachments sent to and from Hillary Clinton's private email server while she was Secretary of State. The 50,547 pages of documents span the time from June 2010 to August 2014. 7,500 of the documents were sent by Hillary Clinton herself. The emails were made available in the form of thousands of PDFs by the U.S. State Department as a result of a Freedom of Information Act request. Why did you do this, and what's the importance from your perspective of being able to create a searchable base?
Well, WikiLeaks has become the rebel library of Alexandria. It is the single most significant collection of information that doesn't exist elsewhere in a searchable, accessible, citable form about how modern institutions actually behave. And it's gone on to set people free from prison, where documents have been used in their court cases, hold the CIA accountable for renditions programs, feed into election cycles, which result in the termination of, in some cases, or contributed to the termination of governments in some cases.
All right, so what Wiki is doing essentially is they're just another mouthpiece. I believe that WikiLeaks and Julian Assange has been compromised. I believe that he's been co-opted. I believe that we can't really trust anything we hear now without verification. But it is interesting whenever something comes into play, like Hillary's emails and the overwhelming nature of what they are, they may very well be, and WikiLeaks may be the venue to talk about this, they may very well be the smoking gun of espionage by Clinton. Behavior which is indicative of a person running their own wars behind the backs of the U.S. government, like Libya, like Chris Stevens, and all the information she may have known about him that was lost in the emails. The other factor which is really disturbing is that the Russians have hacked into the email server and may very well have all the emails for all we know. And they could very well be blackmailing her. So not only is Hillary behaving like a person with seizures, minor problems relating to that head injury, but she's also a potential risk for a blackmail. And we cannot afford to have a female running this country, or anyone for that matter, who has dirty laundry that's being held in abeyance as blackmail or possibly blackmail by a foreign country. And I'm not saying Russia's doing that. I'm just saying that possibility exists. And that makes it hugely dangerous for you to vote for Hillary. Similarly, Donald Trump has so much dirt on him and so many paybacks that he owes people on, that he has become a huge liability, and his mouth is his biggest liability. He virtually is a guy with his foot and mouth disease. Serious.
And it's very close to my heart because I was down there and I watch our police and our firemen down in 7-Eleven, down the World Trade Center right after it came down. 7-Eleven, World Trade Center right after it came down.
And he's close friends with Larry Silverstein. He will not in any way question 9/11 as an inside job, which makes him an establishment candidate. Yeah, he called it 7-Eleven. That's how out of it he is. That's how important it was to him. It was like some minor event in his life, obviously. Now, if he's close friends with Larry Silverstein, the owners of the three towers, you can only imagine how controlled he is by the establishment. So we have a problem with him, too. That's why I'm asking you to write my name in. That's why this write-in campaign is so imperative. And we need to tell as many people as we can right now that we have this wonderful $400 a month deal. And the more you talk about it with people, the more likely they're going to understand if they go back to Trump and Hillary, regardless of who they're voting for, and push for $400 or more per month per U.S. adult, we will have made a major difference in this election. If all I did was to get those guys to copy this idea, because I know Trump has copied 10 of my ideas already, if I can get him to copy this one right here, we're home free. All of us are going to benefit from it. Change it to 420, yeah. Well, if they come up with 400, I'll come up with 420. It doesn't matter. But the point is, I'm coming up with the ideas that could benefit all of us. Now, even if I were to lose this election, which is entirely possible, I'm willing to accept that. I've accepted loss in 2012 and 2008. I'm not in this for the short haul. I'm in this for the long haul. Even if I'm to lose, if I were to accomplish this huge mark for the American people, to get rid of non-U.S. citizens from the payroll of welfare and food stamps, or at the very least get $400 a month per U.S. person. I don't really want refugees and non-U.S. citizens to get any money. They don't deserve it. They didn't pay into the system like our family did for the past decades. My family's lived in this country for what? Ever since the Mayflower, right after the Mayflower, on my mother's side. They get $400 for sitting there and being U.S. citizens, 993. Yeah. Yeah, if anything good comes out of this mess of an election, $400 per month per year. And you know I'm speaking matter of fact here. I mean, don't screw yourself over, people. Go back to Trump and try to talk to him. Good luck. He doesn't do his show. Go back to Hillary and try to talk to her. Good luck. She has seizures. You're not allowed to donate. We don't take money from foreign donations. I'm not soliciting foreign donations, unlike Trump, who went to the Scottish Rite Masons and asked for money. Wow, the Dow Jones dropped. Dow Jones screaming ahead at 18,613. 18,613. Huge jump in the Dow Jones. Silver drops below 20 to 1992. And gold kind of sits there. Wow. Now, my family left the Svartheim Castle in 1100 AD. I am prepared to use castle law, absolutely. Plan on it. You know, I don't anticipate being in a situation where I'm trapped and having to use firearms to kill somebody. I don't want that. But if you want to put yourself at risk and try to break into my home and put us in mortal fear for our life, we have no other choice. Well, you're in the stock market. Goody. And somebody says, only 400? Yeah. Well, we've scaled it down to meet the average. I've got Republicans standing here going, well, you can't really do much with $400. I guess it's okay. Seriously. And then I got some real right-wing people who go, oh, that's socialism. You might as well vote for Obama again because you lost it the past 2 elections. You screwed our country over. Your vote's irrelevant now, Gothic Master. I lodged a death threat. Yes, I did. That's right. Whenever we get death threats like this and we lodge them in and everything's logged down, we have to respond and make sure that they know that they have a castle law in our state. And if I'm put in mortal fear for my life or Sarah's life, I have to use a firearm, if I have one, to defend ourselves. There's no other choice. And luckily, we're legally allowed to have firearms. So, I mean, it's like foolish for you to break into a house to get your head blown off. Makes no sense. Why would you come in here and log in a death threat? Oh, I do not ever watch people killing themselves. Oh, that's terrible. Guest 544, thanks for coming in. We don't have a violent tendency here. Scissor Fight says $400 would pay my utility bills. You got to understand, I'm a person who's practical like Scissor Fight. I see what he's saying. $400 would pay his utility bills. All right, speaking in hieroglyph doesn't work, Sokar. What do you mean learn the half moon, Dave? It says America's third party, but since you have like a very short attention span, I'm not going to force you to read it. It's okay. It's not your fault. You were born that way. Okay, we're down on the extended show where I can do more fun stuff. Great cooking. Thank you, 341. Thank you. It's an amazing feat that I pull off from 5 to 6 every Thursday. We do a cooking show, a frugal cooking show, where the American people learn how to make dinner for $5. And I made like 8 meals there. We're going to get meals galore. Sarah's been eating less, so we'll probably get 10 meals out of the whole thing. I eat like a bird, like a small vulture. Okay, more adult Americans live with their parents and grandparents than ever before, everybody. Don't feel bad. You're you're becoming more of a majority than you think. Nearly 1 in 5 Americans lives in the multi-generational household. Wow. Don't feel bad. You may be chided by your friends, but you're saving a lot of money and you won't be going downhill financially. Okay, guess 979 said something very interesting. Yes, he said if I had 5 wives, 971 says if I had 5 wives, that means I could get an extra $2,000. If you had 5 women living with you, yes, absolutely. Hey, I'm not trying to screw people over who are living in group homes. That's a good thing. I'm not encouraging polygamy. No. I don't believe the government should be involved in our personal lives, spiritual lives. I believe that, and a lot of social conservatives are going to like this, I don't believe that the government should issue any marriage contracts at all, same-sex or otherwise. So I'm sidestepping the whole issue. David, why no eyebrows? I have eyebrows, yes. Yeah, let me show you my eyebrows up close and personal. As you can see, they're the same color as my hair. So they are sexy eyebrows, but I don't pluck my eyebrows. I just was born, I'm a Scandinavian, so I have very light eyebrows. Yeah. Now, there are people that have really big eyebrows who are Scandinavian, like Juice Man 2. He has a set of eyebrows that I can't even describe. No, I don't burn anything off. Let me show you Juice Man 2. Oh, hang on just a second. Who would bother calling here? I got it. Oh. Hi, it's David. Wow. Okay. That was a relief. Oh. Palo Alto housing official resigns after being unable to afford a house in Palo Alto. That's great. I kind of like the minimal eyebrows because I've got deep set eyes, and I think it's kind of nice to have that minimal eyebrow thing. If you want, I'll paint big eyebrows on during the show. We'll see how that looks. Housing is so expensive in Palo Alto that its own housing official can no longer afford to live there and is resigning. Oh, that's sweet. Kate Verschob Downing. After many years of trying to make it work in Palo Alto, my husband and I cannot see a way to stay in Palo Alto and raise a family here, wrote Kate Verschob Downing on the New Coast Shift. The Bay Area has suffered from an affordable housing crisis as rent costs in San Francisco increase with demand. People from California, with the drought happening down there, they're like, it's like a housing weirdness. You can't afford to live down there, yet you're going to wonder why people are even living there pretty soon. Yeah. Let me take valuable time during the show and give you an example of what I would look like if I were to darken my eyes. Yeah, I didn't really want to take this time to pretend to have dark eyebrows, but it's okay. I don't mind. If it comes down to this, it's you and I talking about my eyebrows. All right, do you think that would be better? I want your honest opinion. Please. You're great. What about this? Let's go for the mega eyebrow look. Would that be nice? It's okay, you can tell me the truth. Make them black? No, you're getting all fancy on me here. Okay, well, let's do that. It'll be like Groucho Marx shortly. Better? So I'm more electable with the dark. So I should get like a big magic mountain. Magic marker. Magic mountain. Magic mountain. Incorrect use of word. Check syntax. You see what a valuable use of time this is? All right. Are we done here? 'Cause this is the extended show. I was going to give you some time to reflect on the wasteful technology that surrounds you. I did get your attention? Okay. Michael Dukakis. Yeah, I look kind of like Michael Dukakis. Well, I'm not here to call you guys names or complain that you haven't wiped your butt, things like that. I wouldn't do that to you. You're here to somehow, attack me on a nightly basis, some of you haters, and I don't understand that. I really don't. Just leave. Go somewhere else. So this was a superior plane to the F-35, but they scrubbed it. It's called the Arrow. Okay, I want to go ahead and confess today. I have made a carbon footprint. I used a spray can today. It's the only way I could possibly prevent rust. Every time I do, I kind of feel weird. I'm putting all this weird stuff in the atmosphere. But I guess we've all used spray cans in our life. This is almost as bizarre as that clown. Last night we played a really controversial video called Thanks Jews. And it was just thanking Jews for being world dominators and leaders in the banking community. Okay, so what kind of technology do you want to talk about? Here is the juice man I was referring to. I someday hope to look like him. I think it's special. So if I went with those eyebrows, would you be cool with that? We've had bomb threats before, man. We have a local bomb team that can do whatever it takes. Yeah. We're prepared for all those contingencies. We've been doing this for 8 years, so you can't really do anything to freak us out. We've had a pipe bomb threat. Lots of terrible things have been done to us. So I think white might work. Yeah. We'll go with the white. Okay. I'll order that from my stylist. I'll say we want white eyebrows. We've got swatted too, yeah. Well, I'm very, very brave. And I never wanted to get swatted. I never wanted to have bad things happen to me. But I knew that somebody had to speak out about the country. And if I didn't, nobody else would. I knew that. So being I'm really intelligent, I realized that, hey, I've got the freedom and time to do this because I retired at a young age. I have plenty of assets to rest my ass on. Oddly satisfying video that makes your life complete. Wow. 1,167 hits. Wow. 1,000 hits. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but it sounds like fun. I'll have to add it to my list. from rocket science. Okay, thank you. So I really have been doing the right thing. Against all odds, I might want to remind you. We can't possibly describe how bad this situation. Someone threatened to put a pipe bomb in our mail a day before we got a package in the mail. We didn't expect the package. Thank you. Saluting to my braveness as a true American. I appreciate that, 1309. I'm glad you recognize that. Not a lot of people realize what it takes to do this. Hey, Inventor Jim Genius is here over at iBlog. Hey, Inventor Jim Genius. What's your big invention? What are you working on? I mean, you could just kind of say electromagnetic perpetual engine machine. Well, that patent could be bought up and we'll never see it. A lot of patents are being bought up. What Sarah and I are proposing is a way to actually prevent patents that would be prevent unlicensing of patents. So a company can't buy up like the patent for a nickel metal hydride batteries, which are the best batteries out there in my opinion. ExxonMobil bought that patent and they're sitting on it. They don't want to license it to anybody. They did not get caught. The perpetrators of all these crimes have not been caught. We have yet to even get an incident report from the local sheriff on the swatting last year. So I have to send an email asking for it again. Well, I don't need to move anywhere. I'm not planning on moving to any part of the country. Why should I move to East Texas? Just in case you ask, I'd like to know why you think that we should move to Texas. What's going on in East Texas, man? It's not Amarillo. I'm not going to eat one of them 72-ounce steaks. Oh, patent lawsuits, really? Oh, exactly what's going on there in East Texas and patent lawsuits? Micah, you're so loving and caring. You always come in and bring such fun links. Let's see what you have here. I don't have any thing to steal, and they didn't break my shoulder. That's a lie. Xavier Nadeau. Official video. Wow, that looks pretty fun. Okay. You got all kinds of really interesting music. Vika. Sounds like a food. A Vika sweet brand of fruit or something. Please answer, David. Are you cheerful? Yes, I am programmed to be cheerful. Seriously, how can you possibly ask a person to be cheerful? I mean, you either are or you aren't. It's not like you can put it on. Okay, we've had very little comments coming from the YouTube chat room. I'm not sure why people have become so inert there. Nothing to say much? We knew that...
And that breaking news tonight is fire smolders at a sprawling DTE energy plant in St. Clair County. The trouble started in a coal-fired unit that generates electricity.
Those things pop up on a timer, those news channels. Well, this room is going to be bigger. We're going to have 2 rooms shortly abnormal. We are going to have another Blog TV room at blogtv.ca. That'll be fun. The link to YouTube channel is right here. For more chat options, go here. It's our regular chat room if you want to go in there every time. Nope, Sarah and I are not going to be broadcasting separately. We broadcast together or we wouldn't broadcast at all. You got to understand, I'm an introvert. Well, I'm not omnivert, really. I'm an extrovert sometimes and I'm an introvert other times. So when I leave the show, I'm like... That's hilarious. The face I made, you should have seen myself. You did see me, of course. It just gets a little bit stressful to be having separate shows. It doesn't work. Other people have tried it. I don't know if you've seen those people that dropped off the internet on Vaughn. One guy was a trucker or something. I don't grow any marijuana. Gary Johnson is a big millionaire who makes money on pharmaceutical marijuana. I'm not a big capitalist. I believe in sharing the wealth and making sure everyone has opportunity. I don't want to profit from some government venue like medical marijuana. Medical marijuana is already proven to be a failure in Washington State. They're phasing the entire program out. So you want to take a look at the F-35 video tonight? I'll do that. I'll add it to my playlist later in the evening. I am kind. I am. This is a song by Scissor Fight called Scissor Booty. And he has a bunch of songs that we use in our show. You know, I would get tons of presidential votes by doing a bleep channel. I don't know what you're saying. We don't see that link, 802. None of the links you post as guests are seen on the Vaughn Network. Well, I think the F-35 has been a colossal waste of money, but I think we have to redeem whatever value that plane has because Lockheed Martin's going to be doing production of it for a while. They're already committed to orders for at least 15 jets right now. So we're not going to abandon the program, but I've even thought of turning the F-35 into an unmanned drone. I'm very friendly, yes. An unmanned drone would give the F-35 the capacity to carry payload without having to compromise more than just a little bit of its stealth capability. So take this particular jet, this F-35, and add a payload of weapons to it, and Yahweh, and just put all these Tomahawk missiles down here. Have a grid right underneath the belly of this thing, and then have another grid, another battery of like. Have you ever seen trailers with? Well, you haven't seen trailers, but the whole idea we could heavily fortify the underneath portion of the plane without having to lose a lot of its stealth capability. Well, the idea is to convert it to a non-manned flight bomber, a modern bomber. Obviously, I'm not talking to anybody from the military department here, so I don't really expect to have a good conversation with myself. But that's okay. Any other questions, feel free to send them into the Pentagon. Okay, what do we want to do at the White House? That's something I want to talk about, the technology that I want to bring into the White House. I'd be remiss if I didn't include that in this show. So let's go there. Hey, we don't talk about Bob here. Yeah, please don't talk about him again, okay? Thanks. I'm being censored on this network, so until we have another venue, we're kind of forced to be here because we've got a few people at iVlog that want to talk. Hi, Inventor. No, again, Kool-Aid Anthrax, do you want to get banned? I mean, I just unbanned you. Do you think you're ever going to get unbanned again? I am helpful. Yeah, front door locks, that'd be great. I want to have a camera in the Oval Office right here, right underneath this desk. And another one right over here, and another one right over... We want to have cameras so that we can do a daily chat show. Yeah, so a daily interactive chat show, 1 hour a day, and if I'm not at the White House, we can talk from another location where I am, because you know I'll always be around technology. We get censored by the network we're on right now, Vaughn. They have a lock on the number of viewers we have, so we never get past, like, they got it down ridiculously down to like 20 viewers when we have over 1 million viewers worldwide. We're going to release the autobiography at the end of the year. That's my goal, right after the election, because I need something to kick me into the next year. There may be a delay, it may drift into the January era, but I'm working on it diligently every day. Yeah, the chat room will be 24/7, but I will only be in it for 1 hour of the day. But we will have an interactive poll going constantly. I have proof of viewers all around the world, and we have various people checking their monitors. These are people that are broadcasting us on multitudes of networks. UHF channels in Vietnam. I'm reaching 10,000 people right now outside of Saigon, or what is used to be Saigon. Ho Chi Minh City, thank you. David, if WikiLeaks got your emails, what's the worst thing they'd find? Nothing. I don't have any bad emails. Why are we not concerned about Hillary's emails? Why are you being lulled into sleep by statements by Jim Comey, the director of the FBI, who just doesn't care about prosecuting her? Man, this summer weather sucks. I even have a filter on. It's just ridiculous. It's 80 degrees here. I'm not in any way possession of fissionable material. No. That's ridiculous. It's a mutable statement. You're not allowed to post here anymore. Dinner for Putin. No, I probably would be he would probably not understand me cooking for him. You know, I don't think that the light show is really that amazing. We're not really seeing him much at all. This is not really a big event. I'm rather disappointed in the light show. Not to mention disappointed in iVlog and the lack of chatters over there. We're looking at a completely new venue at blogtv.ca, but we're still waiting for it to pop into existence. It still hasn't materialized. I wouldn't do anything with White House interns. I doubt I'd even talk to one. You gotta understand, the White House will be an 18-hour-a-day shift. I'll be dealing with supervisors of operations to build jobs in America. I'll be working on a plan to get these mobile medical units off the ground quickly so that we can do a bypass to our existing healthcare crisis. Kind of like a heart bypass. The mobile medical units will provide immediate triage and preventative care in the event of a disease. So if you got something wrong with you, you'll be able to go to the mobile medical units and get treated for $30. I am trustworthy. For only $29.99. We'll see any patient, anytime, 24/7. This is not a wig. Yeah, this is my hair. And because I have a little sweat, I'm brushing it aside. We will have medical drones flying over your head, dropping and dispensing drugs as need fit. We're not going to be able to drop a medical drone on you, man. Trustworthy check. I am relaxed. I'm sorry, was I sleeping? I need placenta spray? Really? They sell that? Excuse me, I'll go to Sally's Beauty Supply and say, do you have any placenta spray? You know, collagen that's used by baby mills produce it? I mean, what a sick thing to say in our show. Malia Obama hoax staged controversy. Whoa, what's going on? You don't think she smoked a doobie? Really?
All this controversy over Malia Obama.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. It could have been a staged event. Good point. Russian Vid's going to talk about that. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Yeah, we do another show every day. Tomorrow is our Freedom Friday show. It's amazing to me how fast these shows go. As you know, I'm like a light switch. You turn me on, I just start talking, and at the end of the day, Sarah and I sit there, Netflix and chill, and you could barely hear a pin drop. I'll say to Sarah, you want a back rub? Yeah, okay. Malia Obama. Not Amelia. Malia. I know. It's just amazing how fast these shows go, because I am like a wind-up doll once I get going. I'm like the ever-ready bunny. So this will be implemented through the program at the VA. I just think it'd be really weird to ask a person for placental spray for my hair. I am loyal. Check. A lot of these hybrid capitalist solutions that we talk about on our show are from our book, Hybrid Capitalism, which is available at our website, americasthirdparty.com or americanthirdparty.com. And these ideas really, like the 10% flat tax on over 100,000, these ideas have a sense of virality. Rich people like these ideas. That'll encourage investments in our country. People would love to invest 100,000 tax-free in this country just to get money over here. So that's a big plus. Makes me shudder. You know, I'm amazed. I've gone the whole night without talking about chemtrails.
Oh my goodness, no.
Yeah. Not one mention of chemicals being used. And here the director of the CIA talking about how we're going to use this technology of spraying chemicals in the air. I am obedient to my master, God. Yes. I'm an obedient servant of God. It was a great document. The thing you're talking about was, and I'll give you the name of it. It was called Skywatcher, the incredibly true story of artificial clouds. It was the best one we have so far. If you Google this, it's the definitive best article, video article on clouds, chemtrails, and contrails. Truly the best. Well, everybody, we're going to start. I Can Play Lady Gaga. Yes. We've got interesting stuff on her. Would you like to just reminisce on some of the nice music that she's played in the past? We can do that to kick off the show. Yeah. I am reverent. Yes, I am. I was thinking of even becoming a priest when I was young. And then I decided, no, I'm not really that into the religious aspect. So why not just, pursue something else? Sorry, I didn't mean to blast your eardrums there. Okay, this is allegedly Lady Gaga at the Super Bowl. We're going to say sayonara for tonight. Thank you, viewers from Japan. We've got over 888 geisha girls watching our show right now. Thank you. Get some sleep. Rest those beautiful bodies of yours. And all of you other people with beautiful bodies and not so beautiful bodies, rest your bodies. Get some rest. Sleep is the great restorer and will bring you back to freshness. I've often thought that sleep is like batteries recharging. I've often, given it this great thought that our brains are our battery cells. You have a beautiful body? A beautiful body? I can say whatever I want. It's my show. Sue Short on brains gives conflicting info on Sandy Hook in same interview. Wow. Okay. Sue Short. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. Oh, and this is how I see it. Okay. He's got up to 1,000 viewers. Good. Subscribers. He's moving up. Moving on up to the east side. Okay, well, look at that. What? Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate your input tonight and your participation in our chat show. It's from the Scout Handbook. Wow, that's good. Yeah, my father was an Eagle Scout. The highest I got to was Webelow in the Cub Scouts. I chose not to become a Boy Scout. There were too many gay Scout leaders at the time. And I guess there's a lot of gay Scout leaders now. Good evening, and thank you for showing up. No, that's not me. I was quite shocked that they used a lot of foul words the day I went to a Boy Scout meeting. I mean, every third word was the F word. And I thought, I don't really see the benefit of learning the value of using the F word every few minutes. I like my old Honda. It's the best car ever. Oh yeah, that Honda is good. I am straight. What do you mean claim to be straight? Man, I could probably service a few women. I'm so incredibly virile. You have no idea. I'm hardwired for monogamy though. You just don't want to go off the deep end. Like Bill. Bill, I never had sex with my wife ever. I mean, really. No, let me show you my old Honda. In fact, let me show you me. That's right, me, 2008. 8 years ago, I started this quest to the White House. And mindlessly thinking I'd be able to get some mainstream media attention, I got nothing in 8 years.
Hi, good morning. As you can see, I'm still wearing the shirt I wore last night and yesterday at Blog TV.
Yeah. Check it out. That's me. 8 years ago. Yeah, that's me normally. I talk like this.
It's exhilarating to do Blog TV. We've been having an incredible time. This is, in fact, day 54. I thought yesterday was day 54, but we did a recount, and we determined that today is day 54 as we approach the election. And as your potential write-in candidate, David John Sponheim, I'm here to show you my hybrid electric vehicle.
That's me. 8 years ago. You want to look at the vehicle, and then I'll get into Lady Gaga. All right, thank you.
It's not a plug-in hybrid. That's something I want to build at the U.S. Auto Corporation that I want you, the people, to own. Check out this vehicle. Isn't that a beautiful car? Everywhere we go, we get looks. One of the reasons people look at us is we get about 60 miles per gallon.
All right, I want to take this time to brag. That car looks as good as it did then. Right now. I like that car. It's a nice car, and don't ever call my car ugly. That is a mutable offense you just made there. Breaking news, shocking and chilling Nice terror attack truck. Let's take a look. Scissor fight. Another one hits the dust. We're going to see another link here. So that's my hybrid. I'm not selling it. It's my dream car. It came out. It's the 230th off the line.
Anybody with two eyes?
It's the 230th off the line at Honda in 2000. The very first hybrid that ever came out. So I'm keeping it. It's a keeper. Jay Leno said it was going to be a collector's item. I think that Jay Leno has pretty good sense of what cars are going to be. Yeah. Okay, we'll get that up and running in just a second. Yeah, well, I blur my license plates. People already know where I live. I'm not wrapping anything up. I'm going to be taking the Trumpster for a big ride on the political track from, I can't tell you where. It's going to be a real interesting trip the next 2 months. I paid $7,500 for that Honda, used. It was $25,000 new. I know they like my car. I liked it so much I got a second one. Thank you for looking out for me. I appreciate it. Yeah, dump Trump, everybody. I got a second one for Sarah. So we have two. That was a great deal back then. It had $125,000 on it. I got Sarah's with $132,000. I paid $4,000 for hers. And hers doesn't have the stripe on it. I like mine. It's 5-speed. Hers is a CVT transmission. And this is what hers looks like. And it, too, looks just like that. So we ended up putting a new battery pack in there. They use nickel metal hydride batteries and C cells, a bunch of them, about 120 cells. So we bought a new battery pack for $2,000. So the total cost for her car, which looks just like that, was $6,000 with $132,000 on it. So that's a pretty good deal. Hey, we're to sign off to iVlog. Thanks for watching our show. We're not going to play the evening videos tonight unless we have a lot of viewers over there. Let me see how many viewers we have. Yeah, we only have 2 viewers, 2 chatters. My Dogs Don't Cry, FM Rock. Yeah, you guys are. Do you want to watch? Do you want to watch the videos here, or do you want to watch it at YouTube? Oh, that's right. We're not broadcasting on Battlecam tonight. Oh, we are broadcasting on Battlecam. Good. Okay, for you guys over at iVlog, if you want to go to America's Third Party and watch the show, you can. At the bottom of the page. We have a Battlecam feed and a Vaughn chat room to go into. All right. I don't want to waste iVlog's bandwidth like we did last night. Okay. Here we go. See how hard it is for me to part from the show? It takes forever. All right, take care, everybody. See you tomorrow for Freedom Friday. And you can still watch my video on YouTube. I'll give you the link for the cooking show. I'm going downstairs. See you later.